Hello and welcome to the Free Cheese episode 237. I'm your Joe Dix, joined by Marc Augustiniak.
What's up?
Matt Sellner.
Hello.
The Free Cheese is a weekly video game podcast about video games, brought to you once a week by thefreecheese.com. How you boys doing?
Boy, I am doing mantastic. That's not a dumb.
Mantastic.
I went off a boy.
I'm not cutting that. Matt, how are you?
Not as good as Mantastic, I can tell you that.
Oof.
Another good week.
Fantastic.
Another fine week.
Good week.
Another fine week.
Great home run approach. Just knock them out of the park. Let me just take these bases real quick.
Yeah.
How
That's
are
part of
you?
the reason, though.
You hit a home run?
No.
No.
Game started, though. We're playing real baseball down in Sarasota, Florida.
Did I hear you say the other day something about Manny Macchiato leaving?
Yeah, possibly. That's been floating around here for the last 8 months.
Who's going to hit the dongers if Manny Macchiato leaves?
All the other dong hitters on the Orioles. Remember, we're a team that likes to play strikeout or home run. 4/5 of the time, we will strike out.
Yeah.
But
That 1 out of 5.
1 out of 5, man.
Hitting
It's magical.
dongers. See, I learned a little bit about baseball last year. I was thinking about baseball recently.
Is hitting dongers a baseball term?
It's a Matt
That
baseball
is
term.
a very baseball term, in my opinion.
Did you coin it?
No, I didn't coin it. I
It
don't
feels under his hoodies on their shirt. Hitting them dongers.
Hit dongers. Yeah, no, we learned a lot about baseball last year with opening week. Opening day? Opening week? I don't know what the hell you call it. Opening week.
All week leading into opening day.
Yeah. Oof. What a fun week. I've had a whirlwind.
I see what you did.
Oh, my God. What did I do? Oh, the
Pull.
appliances. I see. Yeah. No, yeah, it was a lot of just, I don't even know where I am anymore. I don't know what
Did you
month
get
it is.
sleep? You don't look like you got much sleep.
I haven't been sleeping well. Yeah. It all started Wednesday. Katie had some fun job stuff that is resolved. I don't know. She's out of town for work now. We got new appliances.
Yeah,
We
we
installed the new appliances.
Looks
Her
very,
dad did a lot of the work.
looks very future.
The stainless steel makes everything pop.
Like that section just for cans. I like that you can see
and
it
Yeah.
through the top.
You
one.
know
Yeah.
which one do I want. That way you can reach in, grab, and go. Get out of there. It's good, but it was a pain in the ass, like removing the old equipment, putting it out.
Oh yeah. Oh my God. So where did all that go? The old stuff.
In the end, my dad picked up everything with his pickup truck and took it to, someone took it from him.
Okay.
Fair enough.
Like, the plan was that the only thing my dad was going to haul away was the oven.
Mm-hmm.
We were going to donate the dishwasher and the microwave and sell the fridge. The what do you call it? The dishwasher, when my dad came to get the oven, he said, I got a friend that needs a microwave. Can I have it? And we went, yeah, sure. I mean, we're donating it anyway. Let's just donate it to your friend. We were attempting to donate the dishwasher. They came to pick it up and then just drove right by. And then when we called and we're like, yo, they were like, oh, sorry, we can only take standalone dishwashers, not built-in ones. What the fuck's a standalone dishwasher?
It's standalone once you take it out.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
They're looking for the ones where you just wheel up to your sink and plug a hose into the sink and plug that into the dishwasher. You can donate those, but no one's had those since the 50s. Right. So they didn't take that. The fridge, we had it set up, ready to sell. Some guy wanted it. I didn't feel good about the dude at all.
No good vibes.
I kept telling Katie, like, man, fuck that. You really want the money? I'll pay the money and we'll just go break the thing and have fun with it or something. I don't like this dude. The morning of, he's like, hey, I need an address and a phone number for him to come pick it up. And I was like, So she sends it to him. She gave him a fake address. Just to test the waters. But then 5 minutes after he got the address and the phone number, he was like, oh, a friend of mine gave me your fridge to use. God bless you. Thanks. And it was like fuck you need this address? Man, get out of here. So, I didn't love it.
Huh.
Didn't love that.
So now, if we hear something in the news that somebody got like assassinated,
I mean, dude, motherfuckers get assassinated every day. I can't help that. I don't know if that happened. But, yeah, it was just like, what the fuck? What do you mean?
Well, this all happened within like a couple days.
Like 48 hours.
Yeah, see, so my brother replaced, I guess it was the stove. So we just had one sitting in our living room. It's not really a living room because there's no furniture in it. Like, there's still, like, because he's still messing with the walls and everything. So it's just a space.
Just a lot of room for activities.
There's not even a lamp in there. There's no light source. It's just...
It's just a room.
Yeah, it's just a room for
just
now.
An area.
But, like, we've had that stuff in there for, like, a good, like, month or two because my uncle was supposed to come by and pick those appliances up.
Oh, dude, you want my dad to come get him. I was like, yo, can you be here at 2? He was there at 1:30.
Yeah, my brother finally was just like, 2 weeks. I'm going to fix this van that I got so we can haul stuff to the junkyard. And, if uncle doesn't come pick that stuff up, he's just going to take it to his house. Just drop it off.
Then we ended up, once the guy bailed on the fridge, when my dad came to get the oven, we just popped the fucking fridge in there, too.
Manual labor.
How do we get the fridge in there? Oh, we lifted it. Yeah, that's right.
Just blacked out from
Dude, I completely, I don't remember.
Just hawked out for a little bit.
I don't remember any of that day. Just a lot of lifting and pulling and pushing and shoving.
It's for the best. Why do you want to remember it?
Doing electrical work and plumbing.
Remember what you have now.
Oh, my God.
A whole tray full of Surge. That's what you got to remember.
Dude, I know. I'm looking forward to that day. And then she got a new car, too.
Oh, did she?
Yeah.
Is that?
Yeah.
I didn't pay attention to any of this.
I
just... I walked by it.
But it was literally, like, job stuff.
Is it the same kind of car?
No. Next day,
I'm bad.
I don't even remember what the fuck happened the next day.
Like a Mazda.
Then we had to fucking install the stuff, the appliances. We had to rip out the old ones and install them all in the one day. The next day, while I was at work, her dad was wrapping up the installation, and then she was getting her car. And then this morning, she flew away for a whole week to go to work.
Jeez.
I was like, what the fuck? It's not over. It's not even close to over. It's almost over.
Glad you guys are all having fun with that stuff. I just plugged in a heating blanket this week. That was my big my big thing around the house.
How'd that go?
It was very difficult. I had to bend over.
Oh man.
I had to
That could
plug
put
it
some
in.
strain on your back.
It can.
You should squat.
I plugged it in. I had to make sure that the wire was properly connected to the blanket. And then I turned it on. Turn it down to low. Don't want to bake and sweat at night. It's no fun to wake up all sweaty.
No.
So lowest level, just a little bit of heat.
Don't we normally sweat in our sleep anyway?
Yeah, but there's normal sleep. Like
there's sweat and then there's drowning.
And then you wake up, the sheets are just drenched. You're covered in sweat. Like it's literally
like a wet rag
beating down your skin.
Is it like that woolly kind of heated blanket?
Yeah, but I throw it on top of the comforter and the sheet.
Okay.
So I don't get the direct
Talk
effects.
more about that sweat, dude.
Yeah.
It's
the worst.
Sweat.
I don't know. I'm excited to be off work. And the one good thing about Katie being away is I'm buying a fucking lasagna and I'm making that, and that's dinner for the week. I don't have to go crazy shopping.
Are you even making a lasagna or is Stouffer's lasagna?
Stouffer's.
Okay, fair.
Yeah, Johnny Stauffer. He's gonna be feeding me for the week.
Good old Johnny.
Is that his name?
I don't know.
Giovanni Stouffer.
You should know.
Oh yeah, that's right.
Call up Steph.
I'm gonna find out.
Call up Steph.
Yeah,
I'm calling Steph.
Yeah, you're a italic, right?
Yes, I am. One of them. Stouffer's. Not the funeral home.
Ooh. That got a little
That's
sad.
It's a different kind of stuffing there.
Oh, because it's spelled
God.
boop, 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 boop. Stouffer's. About us. Is there an About Us section? That's what we really need. About Us. I got it. Mahala and Abraham Stouffer started a tradition of delicious food that has guided us for almost 100 years. Can you imagine
Mahala?
someone? Yeah.
Is that Italian heaven? What is that? Where?
I'm gonna
Where
find
the
out.
Italian Vikings
Can
go?
you imagine being guided by food so delicious? Food is so good. You've just been. I mean, I guess that makes
You've
sense.
been enlightened.
Yeah. Mahala. The word mahala or mahala is used in many languages and countries, meaning neighborhood or location.
Or
originated in Arabic.
damn good lasagna.
Lasagna.
From the root meaning to settle, to occupy, derived from the verb hala, as in untying a pack horse or camel to make a camp.
Mahala at your boy.
There it is. You guys want to hear more history? 1922, Mahala and Abraham Stouffer start serving fresh buttermilk and free crackers in the Cleveland arcade. They had arcade games back then?
Whoa.
That's cool. I know they had Donkey Kong back in the 20s. First Stouffer's restaurant opens in 1924 in Cleveland, named Stouffer Lunch. That just sounds bad. That sounds like a weird sex thing.
Lunch just never.
Give me the old Stouffer lunch.
Like breakfast sounds good to me. Dinner sounds good, but for some reason the word lunch, I just think of ham.
Is that the one
Ham,
syllable
yeah.
thing?
Just lunch meats is what I think of.
I mean, it's so close to punch. It's like, it sounds like someone just blasting food at you. Just like, lunch!
Just cold.
1926, just 2 years later, they opened their second restaurant in Detroit, Michigan.
All right.
1954, the year Birds came out in theaters, Stouffer's restaurants grow to serve over 14 million meals a year. The company begins creating frozen entrees. There it is. That's where it starts. 1960, Stouffer's opens its first hotel, the Anna Capri Inn, in Fort Lauderdale, Florida.
Is it still there?
Wait, this is in America?
Around? Is it still
Fort
around?
Lauderdale.
Wait, what's it
yeah.
called?
Stouffer's first.
I know
sorry.
where we're recording next week from.
Yeah, the Anna Capri Inn. It looks pretty too. 1973, Nestle, the world's biggest food brand, acquires Stouffer's. Like, that's not some fucking editorialization.
Yeah.
81, Stouffer's releases a new line of entrees, each containing fewer than 300 calories. Lean cuisine. 1990, Stouffer's enters the decade with its name on 68 restaurants, 40 major resorts, and hotels. 40 major resorts? I've never heard of a Stouffer's resort. Hold on, we're going to find out what happened to them all.
Is there a theme park?
Before selling them off in 1992 to focus on frozen food.
Damn.
There it is. Who'd they sell them to? That's the
Is it still that name?
burning question. I don't know.
Why would you sell that? Hotel's a lucrative business.
Oh, I know the parent company.
And
I cheated. I know the parent company.
And
Because
then
I was trying to look up more about the hotels.
Yeah.
And then the Stouffer's menu continues to expand with new dishes and flavors so we can serve a new generation. That's happening just today.
Here we are.
Ooh, that's bad website design. Ugh. Shouldn't put black text over brown hair. Just saying.
Yeah, probably white text.
Is
And
Stouffer's
literally-
a publicly traded company?
You about to start investing, my boy? Here, where to buy?
I invest in Nintendo and Stouffer's.
Yeah. So Mahala and Abraham Stouffer, they are feeding me this week. Dude, damn. I'm about to go to the store. Can we stop? I'm about to go get a lasagna right now. Baked chicken for one. Broccoli and gratine.
I like how I think the most recent couple episodes, our beginnings have been about food.
Because what happens on Sunday?
Ooh, it's great.
Yeah, I
It's
don't
great.
eat the whole day. And then because normally now the way that grocery shopping is shifted, I'm out of lunch meat this day. So my lunch is like a fucking apple. Like today I had one of orange, one of apple, and some peanut butter.
Speaking of Apple,
Oh, is this a Stouffer?
Stouffer's lost a lawsuit to Applebee's
No.
back in 2003.
Poor
The marketing term skillet sensations.
What? They got him, huh?
Damn. I'm deep in the history because I got to figure out I got to know the history of the company I'm about to buy.
Yeah, all right.
So for those buying, you have to buy the Nestle stock because they own Stouffer's.
That kind of sucks though.
It does, but they do make damn good cookies.
That's true, but I want to just invest in Stouffer's, you know?
I mean, I get you. But like, I want to just invest in PlayStation, but you can't. You have to invest in Sony, you know?
All right, that's fair, but also not at the same time. What else you got?
This is
You
my
got
week
Nintendo
now.
and you got Stouffer. Oh, you're in it now? Yeah. Did
Sony,
you eat?
Sony, Nintendo, Under Armour.
Did you eat
What, today? Yeah.
recently?
Yeah.
Dinner?
Has a piece of John's.
That sounds good.
You went out, right? You had a birthday.
If you want to call? Okay, so I don't think my brother likes celebrating his birthday. I don't know how many times. I don't know if he's been out with friends this past weekend. I don't know where he's been to. I know he went to Chili's with my mom on Friday, but he wanted to go to Panda Express.
Is that a restaurant, Mark?
It's no, not. I mean, kind of. Not really. Not like a traditional restaurant. No, it's not.
Not a place you can sit down.
It has a drive-through. So.
Oh wait, they have a standalone place?
Panda Express.
I'm just thinking.
Yeah, there's one in White Marsh.
I'm just thinking of the.
That's right. I thought that was the one.
I was at the Golden Ring one, forgetting that the White Marsh
Classy.
one existed, and I'm like, where are they? And I'm like, oh, okay.
Oh, you can actually go. See, when you say Panda Express, I imagine place inside of the food court at a mall.
No.
All right. I thought he just like, yeah, it's birthday. Let's go to the mall and walk.
No.
I mean, even still.
Even then, it was hard to get him just to even want to have a dinner. So,
I mean,
I don't know. Like, I just, maybe he just doesn't like attention. I don't know. He's just very.
Oldest brother or middle brother?
Middle. Ryan. He turned 32.
Dang.
I was like, okay, this is what you want to do. It's fine, whatever. But yeah, I had Panda Express.
All right, I'm eating alone tonight. Thanks, guys.
No problem. Glad I could help.
No, you know what? I'm gonna eat with Helena and Abraham, who are
Mahala
and Abraham.
You're gonna Mahala.
Yes.
At Abraham.
Yes. God dang. But among all the fun nightmares this week, I did manage to play a few video games.
That's good.
Yeah, I played a little more Bayonetta. Did you play any more of that?
I did not.
I keep wanting to buy it. I'm like, I do want to play it, but like, I'm just trying to like prioritize what games I should be playing.
What? Yeah.
It's just a weird first quarter.
It's been a weird. We came off such a heavy like. I gotta play this.
It's like Dragon Ball and then Monster Hunter, and I'm like, why'd I get Monster Hunter? Why'd I get Dragon Ball at the same time? I like them.
Yeah,
I mean, I like Dragon Ball way more.
Yeah,
just even aesthetically. But then I'm like seeing all these other games, like I really want, and I'm like,
did you play Bayonetta back in the day?
No.
I remember Chris liked it a lot.
Mm-hmm. Because you could turn into a panther.
Yeah, I finally got to the panther stuff.
Tapping into that cheetah black.
Yeah, it's true. But yeah, I'm gonna show you guys my notes here. I took very detailed notes this week. Bayonetta, decent is all I wrote. It's a decent ass game. It's not.
Yeah. Isn't that like Platinum's like flagship?
I don't know. Probably.
Or it was like their first game or whatever.
It was one of their early ones.
Was that before Vanquish?
Yeah.
Time will tell.
I'm pretty sure it is.
I'll find out.
If
but
not the same year.
Yeah, I did not. Oh.
Yeah, no, go.
No, I did not play it. Not because I did not want to. I just never got around to it. And so I decided to play other things ahead of it this week. That's all.
Yeah, I did like very little. Like I think I went 2 more levels further than I did last go around. Their first game was Mad World.
Oh,
followed by Infinite Space, followed by Bayonetta. Vanquish was the year after Bayonetta. But they did all 3 of their first 3 games the first year.
Mad World was on Wii.
Yeah. It was.
All black and white with that red.
That red-ass red.
And then they had like a fighting game. Well, not really a fighting game, but it was like an all-out like third-person kill each other kind of game. They had all those characters, and I think there was a Bayonetta tie-in. I know Mad World was a tie-in.
But yeah, it's a good game. It's fun. Like I think I can only really stomach it a level at a time, just because it is so samey, and it's really fucking tough.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm not good at it.
I remember watching like an old JonTron video way back when he was like talking about that game and like just loving it, and there was something about the end, and I was like, oh, that's cool.
Yeah, like I'm excited to see where it's going, and the combat keeps kind of. It doesn't evolve. To say it evolves is wrong, but it definitely
tweaks.
Yeah,
shifts.
Like there's things where you get comfortable, and then it's like, dude, don't be comfortable. Stop it. Get better, and you have to get better.
Is it enemy types or is it level design that's doing it?
Both.
Or? Okay.
Mostly the enemy types. The level design doesn't change a whole bunch. And in fact, like a lot of it feels really similar, at least in the first. I'm honestly only like, I think there's 16 chapters total. I think I'm like up to like 9 or 10, and it's largely the same kind of. I don't know. You go down into the depths of shit a little bit.
I'm curious to see what's different with the second one, like how it compares.
Me too, because I honestly like.
Cause I feel like it's just an improvement.
Yeah, and I want to see what that is. Where, because it's not to say that like developing for multiple SKUs can impact a game's overall anything, but 2 was designed from the ground up for Wii U. Will always be right. You know what I mean? Well, now it's brought to Switch, but like. They didn't have to worry about, okay, well, we have to make sure that this works on this, and report it to PS3, so PS3 had its own nightmares, right? I don't know. I'm curious to see how Bayonetta 2 benefited from being a sole platform to develop for. But it's super fun. But I've never been good at, like, Devil May Cry or any of that shit. I'm not.
I love it.
I'm
probably not that great either, but I don't know. I like the fast pace.
I like it. I'm just not
I think because
good
it helps to my panicking, and somehow the panicking ends up being in my favor, and I luck out.
I can see that, yeah.
Unless it's like a move I'm trying to really pull off. Like, I remember there was some video with like Devil May Cry 4. Yeah, but because I guess there's a part where you play as Dante instead of being Nero, and the way he was like countering everything, and like this dude that was playing, it was just like. Every move was flawless, dodging every single attack, taunting the dude, and then like one hit kill something.
Can't do it. I can't. I'm not that good. I will never be that good.
I probably won't be either, but
that's okay. Yeah, I mean,
I'm excited. I gotta play it more on the big TV. I've been playing it mostly handheld.
Have you tried Revengeance yet?
No.
I think that's a cool one.
That's the one I want to go back to at some point.
Yeah.
That one felt good just to run.
I almost bought it. See, but I kept fucking myself around. I was gonna buy Revengeance, and then I also wanted to buy Zone of the Enders, and then I kept talking myself out of Zone of the Enders, and that kept talking me out of Revengeance.
The first Zone of the Enders?
Don't worry about it. It's my stupid ass. Yeah, just the collection on PS3.
Okay. Oh yeah. That's better because the first game was only like half an hour. Like it's very short. So the second one,
really?
The second one is what everybody likes.
Interesting.
But, yeah.
Is it a half an hour gameplay shelled into a 5-hour cutscene, or is it
maybe? No. Just from what I hear, it's probably not half an hour. It's probably
like an
hour or two. It's a really short game.
So if we're doing it like that, technically, like Metal Gear Solid 4 is probably like 4 hours.
Yeah.
No, I'm not sure if the first game has as many cutscenes as a Metal Gear game, but second one might.
Maybe. I did not play any more Celeste, but. Thought about it all week long.
Really?
I kept listening to the soundtrack.
That's a game I keep looking at, and I'm like, for some reason, I just can't.
I get that.
There's something I'm missing that's not making me click.
If I did not impulsively buy that game,
it looks amazing.
No, I know, but there's from the outside though, there is that thing where you're like, it doesn't. But once you get your hands on it,
I'm wondering if it's like Shovel Knight. You know how long it took me to get into it. Like I never hated it. But it was just like, didn't feel right to jump into it right away.
Did you play Celeste at all?
No.
You should play it.
I just watched you play it.
Yeah, you should play it.
And then just everybody just word of mouth.
It's seriously up there. And that's like, it's like,
okay.
I haven't had a lasting impression like this since.
I mean, I value your words more than like everyone else that would talk about it. So.
Last year was a weird year because you had stuff like Zelda and you had stuff like Nier that really like, for the first time in a long time, redefine my expectations for video games, but this one again kind of not to that caliber. I don't want to give it, and maybe it did, and I'm holding back intentionally or unintentionally. I don't know, but
no, I'm sure at some level. I mean,
it's got
done
a thing that it's shifting something. I don't know what.
It's making you think about it. So
yeah,
it has a lasting impression. It's not just a game just to play.
I talked about it last week. That like weird moment on the bus where I was like. Looking around like I just went through some shit, like, and it was just weird.
Nobody would notice.
Yeah, it was like a weird, surreal thing. But I kept feeling those feelings again, just like,
yeah,
it was good. It was good, very good.
Yeah, I'll definitely have to reconsider.
Yeah. I'll get there eventually.
Because I was looking at my Switch, and because like I feel bad for like neglecting it, so like I'm trying to give it more time. So like when I went further into Bomberman, I went further into Sonic Mania a little bit. And whatever, and then like I was like, I kind of just want to try a new game, but I don't want to spend too much.
Yeah,
I've
done that a lot with my Switch.
I have found myself weekly now, going to the eShop like I do the PlayStation Store.
Yeah, because there's releases like.
That's something I did not do until probably the beginning of this year.
The fucked up thing about the eShop too is that they're getting larger third-party support than the Wii U did. They get a Tuesday store update for some of the big third-party stuff, and then they get a Thursday update for
Friday stuff too.
All of the stuff, and then Friday, if it's like a Nintendo first party, it's weird. So sometimes like 3 times in a week you can get an eShop update.
And I noticed with it, like, I'm kind of doing the same thing that I did with Steam, where I'll make a wish list, and then I forget about all those games, and it's like, why did I make a wish list?
No, I do the wish list, but that's my thing is now what I'm checking is I check in a couple times a week, or usually every time I pick up my Switch, I will jump to the eShop and look and see what sales are there and what's changed on sale. Because a lot of times I've been like, I almost bought so many little things because I'm like,
I wish they would update it more to where like each page has a video player.
Yeah.
Not every game has a trailer.
I know. That's got to be they just don't have the requirements, and some people opt into it and some don't. Yeah. The one thing I did, I don't even remember what got me into it or why or what. There was something in my brain that turned and said, hey, you didn't play that ever. And then I started playing Downwell a lot on my phone. I downloaded it. Yeah, I had it for a while ago, and I tried it, and I was like, oh, I don't like playing this because I don't have buttons. And I just stopped.
Okay.
But I was laying on the couch. I don't remember why I didn't play my Switch. It was right there. Like, everything was right there. I was just, like, laying on the couch, just like, ugh. I think I was just, like, burnt out from everything. And I pulled out the phone, downloaded Downwell, got a few, not really levels in, because I did, but not. It's a roguelite kind of thing. Like, it very much is a top-down, falling Spelunky. Like, there are 4 stages, then you get into the second area. There's 4 stages, you get into the third area. There's 4 stages. It's literally that. But I don't know. I loved it so much. I ended up walking upstairs, picking up my Vita, and then spending $5 on it on Vita, just to have it there with buttons.
I have it for Steam.
Wherever you can play it, play it.
Because I think I got it from a Humble Bundle thing.
Yeah. I didn't realize how good that game. I know everyone loved it, and I remember.
It's one of those. I guess it's another one of those games where it's hard to show off what that game is capable of.
Well, even that, like I played it, and it didn't click with me the first time. I didn't get it at all, and then returning to it now, because I remember, Jovi, my friend Jovi, at work was like, "I'm obsessed with this game. You need to play this game," and I was like, "All right, I don't play that game." I tried it, and I was like, "I don't get it. I need buttons," and I never went back to it. I knew it had come to PS4 and Vita, but I never bothered. But then, dude, so I made it through Worlds 1 and 2, and the only way I got to the third was doing the thing that you occasionally do in Spelunky, where you go, "Fuck it," and you just go. Like, you can't think. You just need to let your hands take over.
Yeah.
So I finally got the world
instinct.
Yeah. Finally got there, but I was there for 2 seconds, and I went, "Oh, those are weird enemies. What the dead?" World 3 adds a new mechanic where...
Does it get spooky?
The whole thing's a little, like... A little bit.
Kind of eerie, but not... I wouldn't call it like a horror game.
Like, the first section has what look like Metroids. The second one does have, like, little ghouls and ghosts and weird shit, because you're in the catacombs. The third section is, like, underwater. So there's, like, little jellyfish and weird things. The fucked up part about the underwater part, though, is that you end up... there's a breathing mechanic. So you need to kill enemies in order to stay... To gain oxygen bubbles.
Oh, okay.
That sonic bubble sound.
It's basically that. But you need to kill an enemy to get a bubble. That's it. It's a ticker that's constantly counting down from 100, and you have to get it.
Is there a narrative?
Probably. Like, I think it's... it's a
Is there a reason why you're falling? Is there...
little dude just walks up to the well, and then you hit the button, and he jumps in the well, and he's just going. So not sure what his narrative is. I guess you can build your own narrative. I don't know. I think it's, a little bit like you can tell. And I because I like had an overnight obsession with it, I then dug into it because that guy just got hired by Nintendo.
That's right.
Yeah. so I was like digging through his Twitter and digging through interviews and stuff with him, and one of the interviews said that he very much did draw from Spelunky. He did a really cool thing. So Rami Ismail of Lombier, remember Luftrausers and Nuclear Throne and Ridiculous Fishing? Rami had written an article on Gama Sutra about, I don't remember if it was a weekly game jam or daily. I think daily would be too crazy.
It's probably weekly.
But Rami was doing a thing where he, during the what do you call it? The piloting phase of figuring out what his next project was going to be, made just a game a week, just little game jams just to see what stuck, what gameplay mechanics felt good,
like a Ludum Dare thing. Is that how you say it?
Ludum Dare.
It's like Ludum. Am I saying that right? It's one of those like events where people come just make little like
Mahala.
Mahala boy.
Yeah. Mahala Stouffer.
Yeah. Ludum Dare.
Ludum Dare. Yeah.
It's the world's largest, longest running game jam events every 4 months.
Is that the train one? There's one where a bunch of game devs get on a train. They all make a train. They all make a game while the train goes from point A to point B. That was fucking dope.
I don't think it's on a train. But I remember that's where like Notch was making some game, and then some dude was inspired by his little game and made Delver.
Oh yeah. Okay.
That one like sprite like rogue game I was playing. Yeah.
But so he had gone through and talked about like it's a good exercise to learn like what your next project should be or find a cool core mechanic to tie into something. And the developer of Downwell, whose name I forget now, saw that article and was like, oh, that's cool. So started doing a similar thing, like finding different hooks. And the one he kind of said, what if Spelunky was on a phone? And then started thinking about how that would work. And then thinking about the way we hold phones in that orientation, it was like, well, what if instead of going, because Spelunky, you are kind of starting at the top and going to the bottom of a screen. Mm-hmm. But there's a lot more vertical. Now, there's a lot less verticality. Like Downwell is nothing but verticality.
Was this originally designed intended for a phone?
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah.
Okay. I didn't know if it was like a PC game just like ported the phone.
No, it designed for a phone. Huh. And with that back end of, hey, what if Spelunky were designed for a phone? So there's so many little things that tie into that and scratch that itch in the right way. As you're wandering, so every stage, you start at the top, you got to get to the bottom. As you fall on the sides, there's usually in every level, there's 3 points you can find. One is a shop. One is a cave filled with treasure. And the other one is a weapon upgrade. So you start off when you jump. If you hit your jump button again as you're falling, you will shoot out of your feet. He's got gun boots, like Bayonetta.
Straight up gun boots.
Perfect. I mean, you see what he looks like. He's a little white blob, so it's just kind of firing out of his feet. It's not really, he doesn't really have pistols on his feet like Bayonetta.
Like heels.
He just has guns 4 feet.
Like he just, whatever. But you'll get like a shotgun blast, or one that shoots like a burst, one that, whatever. And as you fall, you kind of tuck off to the sides, and you go and you find those little rooms, and you find whatever. Shit. What?
I found a...
Yeah, that's like it's a very, very
straight up
fast
like plasma blast.
Yes,
not what I was expecting.
You will get a lot of dope ass weapons. Certain enemies you can land on them and you'll kill them. It's 1-hit kills. For if it can take jump damage, it'll die in 1 hit. And then you're just collecting gems and falling to the bottom. Every time you complete a stage, you get the option between 3 different power-ups, and they're everything from laser sight to explosive casings. So if you shoot, they'll bounce off, and if they hit something, it'll kill it. Rocket boots, land on an enemy, and the enemy will explode. Like there's all sorts of little weird, cool power-ups that are neat, and it's all procedurally generated, so it's different every time. It never feels quite the same because it isn't. It's oh my god.
Ojiro Fumoto.
Yeah,
that's the guy behind it.
I always forget it because of the Twitter name. His Twitter name's like Moop or something.
Moppin is the
developer name. mopping.
Devolver Digital published it.
Yes.
So when you're playing this on Vita,
Yes.
are you holding your Vita like a phone?
I tried to. Just to see if it would like rotate, but it didn't.
Oh, so you had that whole
there-
widescreen and just empty space.
Yeah. It's like when you watch a kid film somebody getting beat up on a bus on the news.
World Star.
Yeah. Why is your head in your hands?
The analogies you choose to go with on this show in general. This isn't even the first time I've done that, shaking my head.
That's just not the show, dude. That's my life.
That is true.
It's the life I
So
live.
You were kind of right about the plot.
Dude just walks down a hole.
Yeah, Downwell centers around a curious man who was at a local park one night and he decides to explore the depths of a well nearby.
Yeah.
Knowing that monsters are waiting for him inside. He straps on his gun boots and starts a trip downwards, killing his enemies to proceed and collect treasure.
I'm convinced that's the G-Man from the Half-Life series.
There it is. Half-Life 3 confirmed.
Did you see that game on Steam that released recently?
No.
It was
What
like
happened?
it was like Hunt for the Free Man or whatever. Holy crap! This game got released and it was missing like a lot of the main game as well as all the cutscenes and the tags for it. It's like anime, memes, psychological horror. It was like all these like shit posting tags for it. You'll find it in every listing.
That's so
And it got all
dumb.
these negative reviews. Somebody uploaded all the cutscenes like in one file on YouTube. It's like a 45-minute thing. It's just bad like source filmmaker stuff. It's not good at all. It's like some weird like.
How many dollars is it?
Oh, I forget how much it is.
69
No, it might have been like a $20 game, and they were stealing assets from like all these other games and shit. Like it's really bad. It's
So there's
hilarious.
two things to unpack there.
Yeah.
One, people are buying it. So even
They saw it without doing research. and
any
they're like,
press
I'm
is
giving
good
my money
press.
back.
Two, Steam let that game get published, which just let that sink in for a while. And remember,
It's probably bots just running it.
dude, I don't know. They're all doomed.
Yeah. Hunt down the
There's
free
that
man.
fucking, what was that Death Race 2000 ass bullshit game?
Give me a second.
Panther Knights.
It wasn't.
Life of Black Panther was right around the same
I
time.
remember that.
It
It was something.
Death Race 2000 is a movie, but
I
it
know.
wasn't.
Fuck. What was that? Goddamn game.
Just check your download history from last year.
Shut up. I did not download it. I almost did. But I didn't.
Black Race, Death Knight,
No.
Wasn't it something 2000 though?
It was. Or was it 3000?
Planet Race 2000.
Oh, I think the word planet was definitely in
It was
there.
Planet.
Planet Kill Me.
It wasn't a race because it was like a tower defense
Yeah.
game, but it was.
You think that's gonna stop them from putting race in the title just because it's a tower? It's just called Planet 2000.
that's what
I
it
just
is.
googled it too.
That's it.
2000.
Planet 2000.
Did anyone watch the opening cutscenes of that game?
Yes, I think we just sat here and watched it during the
Yeah.
break one time.
Fucking garbage.
That live action.
How much was that again?
Because
Too much, Matthew.
Because we were building a theory that like these girls were trapped in some studio and had to
That's
do
right.
this.
Yeah.
They were forced to say these lines.
But yeah, dude, I really recommend Downwell. If you've got a way to play it, you
I
should.
like the art. It's really nice.
So, dude, this is the thing that keeps me going.
Guess what it was
there's-
made in?
Unity.
What was it made in? Game Maker?
Mm-hmm.
Nice. There are different styles you unlock. The styles are gameplay styles. So as you play, there's regular old style, right? As you expect it, as you're used to. You'll unlock another one called like, I'm so fucking fried from this last week. So all of the specifics that I'd normally have, sorry, they're gone. But it's like he like curls up into a bowling ball, and it's trade-offs. So the styles are you're trading off like one power-up option at the end of a level for stronger hits or something. Like it's little things like that. But you have a little meter that levels up, and the meter you have every like 1,000 gems you collect, you level up the meter and you unlock a new unlockable. Many of the unlockables outside of the styles are palette swaps. So you start with the Downwell palette 0.
Black, white,
just
and red.
as it is, black, white, and red. You unlock a matcha one, black, white, and green. You unlock an aqua one, black, white, and blue. The fourth one is a Game Boy palette.
Of course.
There's
Cool.
a Virtual Boy palette.
Cool.
There's a
That's what I would do.
monochrome. There's a 1-bit. There's a grayscale. There's all these. There's really cool ass color palettes, and that's been the thing where like it is that like just one more kind of game, but along the way you're still unlocking things.
Where's that Dota 2 palette?
Dude, it might be.
Alternating with color palettes the player unlocks different movement styles, which influences position and movement animation while on solid ground, as well as some of the Well's procedural attributes like frequency and type of time voids.
Yes, time voids. Yeah, because time stands still when you go into the little like side bubbles to get your power ups and stuff. Anyway, I know it's a few years old. I know people have probably played it, but if you haven't, I really recommend it. Especially like we talked years back on our Game of the Year stuff about best toilet game. Not necessarily, again, remember, it's not a game you throw in the toilet, but it's just like, hey, I got nowhere else to be. I need something to do because I'm trapped here for a few minutes. Or maybe a while. Maybe it's 30 minutes. Who knows? You might have had a lot of Stofers last night. Or maybe not enough.
What?
That's
Debatable.
That's Downwell. But honestly, like I got lost with it on the fucking couch. Middle of the day off. I was just like
I can see that.
staring at the TV, put on like a podcast in the background or something. Just
Pretty cool.
yeah.
I wish I could say the same for the game I played.
What did you play?
So like I said, didn't want to neglect the Switch. Wanted to get something a little affordable, and I got Serial Cleaner.
Serial Cleaner.
Yeah, so this takes place in the 70s, and you're a guy who was hired to clean up the mess that, like, gangs or killers leave behind. You have to clean up the bodies and the blood and get the evidence without getting caught by the cops and escaping.
That's pretty dope.
Yeah, in concept.
Uh,
I don't know how far I am. I feel like I'm almost done it, but you don't have too much in terms of variety with like how to do everything. Like the scenery changes. There's kind of a story. It kind of takes a weird hotline approach in the most minimalist way.
what do you
Where,
mean
like,
by that?
so it will always give you like the date of like what season and year it is that you're in, and you get a phone call. You go to your car.
Oh, okay.
You go to said place, do your thing, get in car,
Okay.
leave. So it's pretty much that. It's like you're cleaning up after him, the guy in Hotline or whatever. That's what it feels like.
That's kind of cool.
But like everything's a very 70s vibe. The music, everything has like the nice like construction paper like look to everything.
Yeah.
I'm not sure if construction paper is the right term, but it's not sprites.
Yeah.
Everything's just like everything's like a smooth, not like flash animation, but like kind of like a flash animation.
All right, I can get that.
Everything just looks like it's cut out.
That's kind of cool.
Yeah, so like it's a nice art style. But my problem is with the AI. So the cops have like this cone of vision that you see. It's orange, and when it's red, it means they're coming after you. You can't outrun them. They are faster than you. Then you have to start the whole thing over. You get caught. So you usually have to clean up a certain amount of blood, get 3 bodies, put them in your car. So you have to grab the body, bring it all the way back 3 times, get the evidence, and then maybe get like a extra magazine that unlocks costumes or extra contracts. And it just made me miss Hitman the whole time. So like it does have it, like it is fun, but it's like a one-trick pony. You kind of get the gist of it really quickly, and so like towards the end, I guess, like of me playing it, the software kind of started getting weird, and I don't know if it was because when I went to go grab the charger out of my backpack, I might have turned on the Pro controller in doing so, because I was using just the handheld mode.
Yeah.
And that might have messed with my movement or whatever. Like I couldn't unpause the game anymore. When I had it paused, I was only going up. And then I finally fixed that issue, and I went back to playing, and somehow like some stuff was kind of freezing on me. And then all right, the AI this is what's annoying me about the AI. Whenever you walk, a diamond pops up to let you know that's your noise.
Your noise level. Yeah.
Yeah, so if that diamond touches the cops, they will get curious and go after you. Now, my diamond was not touching this one dude at all. And he was looking the other way. And just for some reason, I guess he just had like a like a sixth sense going on that I was right behind him. He decided to turn around. The AI usually has like a set path that they walk, or if somebody is just dormant, they will just pivot in one position, and it's timed. Like you can just sit there and just watch them. 5 seconds this way, switch. 5 seconds that way. But the one time I'm near him, no diamond, kills me. I'm like, I have to start. Like I had 2 out of 3 bodies already recovered. I cleaned up like 80% of the blood. Now I have to do this all over again.
That's garbage.
And the bodies and evidence move around constantly in the blood. It gets random, so it's not the same stuff.
You can't like master a pattern and then just repeat it if you fuck up.
Right. How long are these levels?
Average, like if you make mistakes like a normal human being, it'll probably take you about I want to say between 15 minutes to half an hour.
Oh wow! So you got 2/3 through that to have to restart all the way over.
Yeah, and like and their way of trying to keep it fresh is new obstacles. So like there's more things to hide in. There's more things to make noise distractions. There's more objects you can move to change the path of the cops walking around. And even then, it still gets a little tough to see things. So I feel like this game uses your internal clock. So if I'm outside and I'm playing at 3 p.m., the whole screen will be bright as day. When I'm playing 10 o'clock at night, there's shadows everywhere and everything's darker. And that also affects the text bubbles. The shade goes over that. It doesn't, like the text isn't a top layer above everything.
That's pretty dope.
It's not dope when you're indoors in a nightclub and it just gets darker. You don't stand out. Like it's hard to see yourself. So like I had to switch to like unlocked costume just to see myself. I'm wearing like a Bruce Lee outfit now, like yellow suit, the black stripes, whatever. But yeah, I don't know. I do like it, but I got so frustrated that like I deleted the game from.
Oh Jesus, really?
I have the save file still. So
yeah.
I won't be. I was just everything happened at once. The AI was getting on my nerves, and the glitchiness. I was like, this game was made for PC to support the Switch. So I feel like whenever these games happen, like I always find a way to make the game crash in some way. Like I don't know what it is.
Or it could just be a bad port.
It could be.
Yeah.
I had that problem with Heart and Slash, whatever. But
so you just need that port button.
Yeah. I probably will go back to. I'll probably download it and finish it. So I feel like I made it that far, and I should.
I mean, how big was the game?
Not that.
It's
big
gonna
at all,
take 15 minutes. Right
I was just like, fuck this. I don't care.
I get that.
Yeah.
What's it called? What's the full title?
Serial.
Yeah, serial cleaner.
Serial cleaner.
Because like you have a vacuum cleaner that soaks up all the blood.
Yeah, of course.
That's your only other tool. So it's just you running, hiding in things, and vacuum. Oh, and you have a sense where you'll zoom out and like it will highlight. Like, everything will turn black and white except for certain objects will tell you like what you can do with them, so you kind of know where to go.
Mm-hmm.
But that doesn't pause the game. Cops will still walk around when you're in that mode, so you like got to be in a good spot to not do that, like not get caught. But yeah, I mean it is cool. It's definitely, I think it's worth checking out or just looking at or whatever. I'd say it's worth the price, but I wouldn't expect too much from the game in terms of variety. Like it sounds like Downwell has more variety than this.
I mean,
and that's just weapons and like different sort of play style and like palette stuff. Like,
oh yeah,
what's the price of admission?
I believe it's a $10 game.
All right,
I think it's on sale right now for $7.99.
Oh, okay,
yeah, not bad.
So, no,
20% off.
It's fine. Just that you'll get to a point where it's like you did all that and then you get caught for the dumbest reason and then having to start over. Like there's no checkpoints. That's why I don't. It's like, maybe I'm just spoiled with checkpoints now.
$7.49.
$7.49.
Oh, is that the sale price right now?
Yeah. Regular price of
$9.99.
$14.99.
But conceptually, I like it.
Yeah,
it's interesting. It's creative. I like the fact that you're a dude just cleans up all the aftermath and he's starting to question it. And
isn't there like a similar game that came out on Steam probably about like a year ago? It was 3D based. Oh. No, it was 3D based.
Ooh,
I think I saw a lot of Twitch players.
I don't know,
Twitch
but this game,
Hitman?
No, it wasn't Hitman. I forget the exact name of it. I should try it.
I don't know, but it made me want to go back and revisit Monaco. It's a top-down, like, stylish looking game where you can go up to 4 players and you're just thieves breaking into a place, hacking.
I remember that. Yeah.
Little perks. That was a fun game.
I remember that. That's not bad. Did you get anything else this week?
Other than that, I went over my friend Joe's house and we had a little like pseudo LAN party thing again where we played Friday the 13th.
Yeah.
A little bit more. Getting better with it. I was Jason a lot more this time. Usually I'm not.
It's always random, right?
You can have a preference, but yeah, it's random. And like I have my characters now just completely random, where I can be any Jason, any counselor, and I gave all the counselors the same perks. So I always start off with like a map. I start off with better fear reduction, because when you're in fear mode, your HUD goes away, so you can't see where you're at. And my first aid sprays give me 2 uses instead of 1. So that's cool. But yeah, I mean, they keep updating that.
Anything you noticed stick out since the last time you played it? Anything sticking out with the updates that you saw, or?
The smaller maps are cool. There's a new Jason they added from Part 5, which isn't really a Jason at all. It's just some dude imitating him, and he kind of sucks. They added some characters from the movies. 2 of them. I think one is his name is Shelly. He's actually the one responsible for Jason wearing the iconic hockey mask, because he wore it as a prank. And then they added some girl named Fox. I think she's from the same movie. She was one of the bullies or whatever. And I know they're planning on adding weapon swaps now. So like each Jason has like a specific weapon they're assigned to, like based from their movie, like appropriately. But now you can have any Jason with any weapon. It's going to be coming out soon. And I know they're adding single player challenges as well, where you're Jason and you just do different challenges to kill the counselors. So that'd be cool.
I know the Jason thing where you can play against AI is out, because that's how I finally got to play as Jason.
Yeah.
You can do like local matches or whatever. Yeah, I want to do that, but I want to be a counselor against an AI Jason.
Yeah,
I think that'll be creepy. It's like you don't know when he's gonna come from.
Yeah, that's true.
You don't know how accurate his abilities are or anything.
Or inaccurate.
You
play to your strengths or his weaknesses.
Yeah.
Found the game, by the way. Viscera cleanup detail.
And I remember seeing this.
And it's not a murder cleanup. It's a horrific sci-fi horror event cleanup.
Oh, right.
So,
yeah, all of those horrific sci-fi events.
Really, like a space janitor?
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah, your space station janitor tasked with cleaning up after various horrific sci-fi horror events. Instead of machine guns and plasma rifles, your tools are a mop and a bucket.
Remember that game idea we had?
Don't say it out loud.
Yes. I know.
It just reminds me of that.
I know.
It's not exact at all.
It's just some screen that looks ridiculous. Yeah, I saw some Twitch streamers playing that game at one point. That's what you reminded me of.
Okay.
Did you see any video games in the last week?
Dota 2. Holy shit.
Hey, Mark, can you push this laptop close, please?
Closer to the edge?
No, don't break the laptop.
I fucking opened Steam the other day because I remembered you guys got me stuff at Christmas on Steam, and I was like, oh yeah, do I have any of that shit installed? I'm gonna play one. I forgot like a lot of it's just Windows side, and I was on the Mac side. Fucking open it up for 2 seconds to look at my library, and I get a goddamn Dota 2 invite. I now have one less friend on my Steam friends. Fucker.
Yeah,
did you figure out Razor yet?
I'm getting better.
Yeah?
I'm getting better.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's funny.
Just getting better at the game, man. Learn something new every game.
That's the spirit.
Yeah. Now 80 hours into this game. We're getting up there. But some of that time now especially has been I like to watch. I'm getting real into this now. Instead of going on that dumbass Facebook app to go watch an ESL tournament, I'd rather just boot up Dota on my computer and watch it through their watch tab, because I still get all the broadcasters. I can still look at their layouts. I don't need to like click on my own stuff. I can just follow their thing. However, if I do want to see something specific, I can click on it myself. So like Razor was a very popular hero this past weekend. I can click on someone's build to see, all right, at this stage of the game, they had X amount of gold, they had these items, and this was their levels on their powers, and the way they went on the skill tree, this is what they did. So that I like doing that. However, if they're on Twitch, I'd rather just watch on Twitch. I can just pull up on my TV or my iPad or whatever.
Yeah.
But man, fuck that Facebook deal, man. I really Because
Yeah, that's
like for like VODs and stuff, man, they're impossible to find. With like Twitch, like at least Twitch, I know I could go to the channel, go to the past thing, and just kind of scrub along till right around the time the game started. Yeah. Facebook, it's just infuriating.
Do you need a Facebook account to watch it?
No, you don't. Okay. I found that out. I was watching at work. It did not require me to sign in to a Facebook account. So there's a plus there. But
yeah, because I wouldn't make one to watch any of it.
However, unless I'm very dumb and I can't see something, when you pull up a VOD on Facebook, the comments section is split right down the middle, kind of like Twitch, where you can pull out the comments on your iPad and you can kind of scrub them away. I could not find a button to hide the comments. It forced the comments taking the picture and shrinking it even smaller on my iPad mini, which is not the biggest thing in the world to watch Dota on, but works. However, splitting it in half, it's not. It wasn't fun.
No.
Anyway,
was Razer meant to look like a gaming mouse, or
maybe a little bit?
He has a whip though. It's pretty cool.
He has an electric whip. It's pretty badass. And then one of his abilities, he tethers onto you or your an opponent, and you pretty much like steal his damage and redirect it back into him.
I don't know why you're looking at me. I know all this. Obviously.
Yeah, I know. Yeah. If you would have played with me, you would have known even more.
Oh my god. I considered it for a moment.
It was a turbo game, man. We were in and out 20 minutes.
I considered it, but that was when I went and played Downwell instead. So I think I made the better choice.
Doubtful. But yeah, so more Dota, more Rainbow Six, of course. A little bit of Overwatch. Over the weekend, I logged a couple more hours of that. But
I did a little bit of that too, but nothing.
Overwatch.
Crazy.
Yeah. I'm just trying to get back into it with mouse and keyboard. It's a whole different show.
That's how I should be playing it.
Oh yeah, definitely. But when you're so used to playing PlayStation and you're trying to transition and learn new characters at the same time, it's kind of tough. But the main attraction of the week has to be this little Super Nintendo game they called EarthBound.
God damn, I'm so happy.
Oh, progress.
Yeah, I'm like 1.5 towns in, 2.5. I completed Tucson, but I forgot to get the main thing you're doing the quest for.
What are you looking for at this point? The eraser?
No. I forgot to grab the actual soundstone thing.
Oh,
yeah. I forgot to go back into the cave.
That's
after.
Important.
Yeah, so I'm in a spot now where I can't return back to it.
I think that's where I stopped. Was the cave?
Yeah, I think so.
I'm in Threed currently.
Yeah.
It pretty much completed the main thing, the main like city problem in Threed.
Yeah.
Now I think I'm on my way to get the sound. It's a sound stone, right? Is that what's called? What's the main thing you're collecting?
Sounds right.
Yeah. The main thing where you get like the main bosses. I'm on my way.
Yeah.
I'm on my way there to collect the third. Should be the third one.
In the graveyard.
Yeah, but I'm like past like.
Are you in the grave?
I've seen myself some Mr. Saturns.
Oh, you went to Saturn Valley?
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't realize that was that early. I forgot.
Yeah. Saw me some Mr. Saturns.
Yes,
boing.
It's a soundstone.
Cool. Yeah, they told me some advice to go stand under a waterfall for 5 minutes, which I fucking...
Did a tornado
Let me tell you how much I love this mechanic in video games. I sat there for 5 minutes and was thinking of all the different gameplay mechanics you could do instead of having me sit here for 5 minutes. And you know what? I thought of so many, I don't remember them.
What do you get for standing under the waterfall for 5 minutes?
You do enter a place you have to go to. It's not optional. You have to go into there to keep going. But that's where I'm at right now.
Yeah.
I found myself a little butterfly room.
Yeah, butterfly room's where it's at.
Yep, keep going into there and leveling up the grind. I'm literally stuck on a boss fight, but I found out what to do. Master Belch.
Oh, God damn it.
I know what to do now. I found it out. So I went in once, died.
Yeah.
Not realizing what to do. I went in the second time. I thought I had a good strategy, but then I realized what to do. But at this point, he has summoned in the other minions.
Yeah.
And they kept... I ran out of my PP, so I had no more magic attacks. Everyone was crying because they do the breathe air thing, so no one was hitting anyone. So... the reason why I was like 15 minutes late today was because I was in the middle of that second boss fight. I literally put it on auto fight, just hoping that either I would win or I would die, so I can just get out of it and save the game and leave. So I put an auto fight, backed up my computer while I was going on in the background.
Did you
I ended up losing. Yeah, I lost. But I know what to do with this specific item. We're going to be golden.
Who's in your party now?
I have Jeff, Paula, and Ness.
Nice. Winters is pretty cool.
Yeah, that was a cool little thing with Jeff there that I did not see coming.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was a really cool character introduction. Because I thought for sure you were stuck on Ness.
Oh, yeah, no.
I thought, nope. That was really cool.
Do you have any cool weapons for Jeff yet?
I don't remember what I have. I think I have some kind of slingshot on him. But he's like an inventor. Like, I don't quite get his... Maybe it's too early in his arc to pick up on something.
I mean, without spoiling anything, you'll start to get, like, bottle rockets and weird shit like that he fucks around with.
I have bottle rockets, but I'm just using them straight up. I'm not, like, doing anything else with them.
That's pretty much it.
Okay. So he's like an item user in a way?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. I was kind of getting that.
He's a nerd.
Yes, exactly.
Cool. All right. Yeah, I was just at least early on, I was trying to figure out what his role was, because you can see like Ness is kind of like, you know, he has the physical strength and has some like support abilities.
Yeah. It's like
Paula is your offensive magic.
Yep.
But then he came into the equation. I didn't quite see where he fit.
Yeah, he was always a weird one for me. Pooh's even weird too. Because you get really, really used to playing as Ness and Paula, and then when Jeff and Pooh come into the mix, you're like,
Well, I didn't really play for Paula. I didn't play with Paula for that long because I missed
the
whole thing that I needed to get.
Yeah,
I forgot to go back. I just went on and did the whole Runaway 5 thing, and I was off to 3'd.
Yeah, it's pretty good though. The what are they called? That cult.
Happy Village. What a fun place that is.
Man.
Oh, if you only saw what that was inspired from.
Yeah,
I don't even want to know.
Yeah, I was gonna say, check out a Did You Know Gaming thing.
You should
all that.
You should look that shit up.
Actually, that could spoil stuff too.
I'm gonna wait to really dive into some of the stuff afterwards, because I'm just running into stuff. Like, I just love like the straggler people in the middle of the road. It's like cranky old lady, and she's trying to attack you with a cane. It's like, what the fuck?
Yep.
God, it builds into the charm of that game though.
Using the guide
here and there.
I just like looking through it for the weird, like, they made like a weird ass tour guide, like it's a real place you're visiting.
Well, that's how I realized I missed the thing. Like, I went into that cave at first thinking that was the way to go. I died, and then I was like, well, instead of going that way, let me try this way. And then that was the way to go. Then I just forgot to go back into the cave with Paula.
You'll be fine.
But yeah, I mean, I'll go back. Like, I know it's there.
You're gonna be in a better spot anyway because the boss in that cave sucks.
All right, perfect.
That ant or whatever the fuck it is.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, but you'll be higher level
ant.
anyway, so shouldn't be as hard for you.
Yeah, I'm leveling up.
That's what I mean. Yeah, going back to it now, you'll be in a better spot.
Plus you have Jeff. So
yeah. You'll have a bonus.
Cool. Yeah, Happy Village. That was a fun place to be. I just like they painted you blue. It's so dumb. Going in with the charm of that game. But then 3 had a great little character hook with you following in what appeared to be a hooker into a hotel room. That was...
Oh.
Yeah.
There are some things in this game where I'm like, I'm playing as a little man, a little boy out on an adventure. That fucker.
You are on an adventure. Oh, yeah.
I'm pointing at a picture of, was it Porky?
Porky, yeah. How's Porky doing?
Oh, yeah. He's
or Pokey. Well, yeah, we'll call him by his English name.
Pokey, yeah.
How's Pokey doing?
He's a little asshole. How did he run away from me? He's fat. Ness isn't that fat.
I don't know. Little fucker.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, I had an enemy scare the shit out of me in this game. The territorial oak. The fucking tree that moves.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. On the map.
Yeah.
Yes.
I was just walking along.
And he comes right behind you.
There was a fucking tree that moved.
It's fucking horrifying. You're like, whoa, what are you doing?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, the oak is scarier than like the giant cockroach in like some of the caves in 3.
Yeah, no. Because you don't expect it at all. You're just walking through a forest.
Like, that's the first image I see is that one.
And then, it's got that fucking smiley face on it, and then it self-destructs when you kill it.
That's a motherfucker. Because the first time it happened to me, I died. Like,
but
my whole party was wiped out.
Is this a thing? Oh, that's weird.
Huh.
Going into a rage.
Is this a thing? Is this a glitch? Or am I just not catching on to the fact that my HP might actually be lower? If you quickly scroll through the text, your HP stays where it counted down at?
Dude, that's a mechanic. And that right there is one of the reasons EarthBound's the greatest game of all time. Like, that single mechanic, if you're fast enough heal.
I had my face thing, I had my text pace fast from the start. So when I found that out, I was like, oh.
But like you will, and there's sound effects that you'll hear, and you're like, oh fuck, I'm done, I'm dead, and you just quickly heal yourself, and you know it sucks if like the first hit of a party of 5, fucking is the bad one. You're like, oh god, I gotta wait for all of them to go. But yeah, man,
I've seen some of those.
That
instances.
rolling HP is so fucking good.
Yep, and I like the thing with this game being so forgiving. It gives you the opportunity to press forward, to not be afraid to go out and be adventurous. Like in that cave when I was where I should have went after I rescued Paula. Like when I was going through it with Ness, like I was just getting my ass kicked, and you know, in Final Fantasy, I wouldn't want to lose the experience I had gotten once I got my health so low and I ran out of PP, and you know, I got into like a bad spot. Like in any other RPG I think I've ever played, like I would be running out of the cave, going to get meds or saving to save my experience, and depending on that mechanic, if I saved and healed me, or going to buy potions or whatever. But in this game, like the fact that I had Nest at 40 health, no PP, I was like, well, it actually might be quicker for me to die.
Yeah.
Then backtrack. So maybe I'll get another fight and maybe halfway to a level, or just more experience.
Yeah.
And get lucky. Or if I die, I know I'm just going to go right back to that place I just slept, which is right outside the cave.
Yep.
And it makes it a lot more comfortable to not be afraid to just keep pressing forward. And if you run into something cool, you know it's there, and no harm, no foul. You're at the same level. Except the only thing is, if you didn't go to a hotel before you went into that thing, which you learn early, you should do that.
Yeah. Yep.
I just really like that part of it too. Like, it can be a tough game. Like, there's definitely enemy types and stuff like that you know you have to play around, and things like that
makes you think outside the box.
Exactly, and you know you definitely got all your RPG tropes, of course, but yeah, this is definitely the one where I'm just like, I'm gonna just keep pressing forward and see what happens. Yeah. Usually I'm scared to lose my experience and have to replay 15 to 20 minutes, which is why you were frustrated with that game.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Did you ever see the episode of King of the Hill?
No.
When Bobby says he's taking shop.
Yes.
Hank says, how was school? And he said, it was good. I have my new favorite class now, shop. And he stops the car. He pulls over on the side of the road. And he's like, Bobby, when I ask you how school was, I'm asking how was shop. Matt, from now on, when I ask you what you've been playing, I'm asking about EarthBound.
Well, you can expect good things. It's definitely got its claws in me. I'm really saying fuck Final Fantasy 3 or 6, whatever you want to call it for right now, because I'm all in. I'm all in on EarthBound. It's just a fun game to play, and it's a bonus that when Victoria comes over and she sees I have it launched up, like it's not one of those things where it's like, all right, time to hang out with me. She's kind of like interested to see like what characters are floating around, and so like I'm even more encouraged to play it. So that's pretty cool.
When you get to Final Fantasy 3, you have to let me know, because I've been watching a lot of Super NT videos this week, and I think I might buy one. Like I'm that close to buying one. I'm just waiting.
I think you've always been that close.
I would buy one if this didn't happen. The class, the mini.
Yeah.
I think it's a good investment.
I agree, especially if it gets opened up the way the NT did with all the other 8-bit cores, where you can if this gets opened up with all the 16-bit shit and you can emulate other 16-bit things through that FPGA, then you're talking. But if that's when you jump into it, I might revisit 3 and we can meander on that, because I jumped back into 6 not too long ago on my fucking Vita, and I have no idea where I am or where I'm supposed to go. Or I started to, but I just kept getting agitated. And I stopped. I probably shouldn't have.
Well. But yeah, if you get the Super NT, I'll send you a picture of some of the carts I have because you can get a head start on some of that. Like you can at least
do it.
Start playing Super Mario World.
Yeah.
Before you own it yourself, I'm assuming you would want to buy that one.
I've never. No. I've never played through Mario World on original hardware or on the I remember dicking around on a friend's house and stuff. But my first time playing all the way through that game was.
Yeah, it's gonna be your best way to play Super Mario RPG aside from
the
classic or whatever.
Which I still might get the classic too. I don't know. We're gonna take a quick break. We'll come back. We got some news to talk about. We got a lot of news actually. I went through our stuff. We got a lot of headlines here. We'll be right back. Guess what we're about to talk about?
Oh, crap.
Now playing.
Yes, this week I played EarthBound. This week on EarthBound. Rainbow Six. We talked a little bit about it during our news segment last week, and a couple of the changes coming to the game, but a couple we did not talk about. Ubisoft doesn't want to make a sequel to Rainbow Six.
Perfect.
In fact, they'd like to create 100 operators over a 10-year cycle.
I mean, who really wants a Rainbow 7? Am I right?
I mean, we've been asking for that Rainbow 7 for a long time now.
Come on, Clancy, what's taking you so long?
Ooh.
What?
He's dead.
Oh, yeah, I knew that.
It wasn't me this time. Yeah, so Rainbow Six, I was actually having a good conversation with Nick, this is my partner in crime when it comes to this game. And we were talking about it. Rainbow Six is somewhere approximately like 30 some operators when you combine defender and offender and attacker. So for them to get to 100 operators, it will probably take them 10 years because they're pretty good about releasing about 6 to 8 per year.
They've got 36
total.
Now.
Is it bad that
as they start year 3?
I don't exactly know what an operator is in this game?
So an operator, it's so the game is kind of class based in a way, and an operator is just the name of the class. So to give you an example, one of the operators for a defender is called a mute. He has a certain choice of guns. He doesn't have access to all these operators only have choices of 2 to 3 guns. Usually one's a shotgun, one's an assault rifle, or a DMR. And so the stats on those weapons, of course, change from operator to operator depending on the gun. Okay. Some of them share the same gun, but Mute's main ability is to put down these communication jammers around the room. So an attacker, when they go to drone into the room, it gets jammed and he can't move anymore, and you don't see anything. And so if you strategically put these down in different droning holes and right by doors, breach charges, drones, stuff like that, they don't work against those walls or those doors. Okay. So it's a way of making the team funnel around. Now, that's just an example of one. There's also one that can electrify barbed wire that you occasionally run across, or electrify reinforced walls, so that way if you touch them, you start to lose health, or if you try to put a charge on them, you lose health.
So each one has their own unique ability.
Exactly. So
it's another term for a character to play.
Exactly. It's, at the end of the day, it's just a class-based thing.
Because I keep
with
thinking it's
stats.
a dude in the van who has all the scopes and everything. You want to go this way, you want to take a right turn, you want to don't go through that door.
No, not quite like that. But yeah, that's pretty much Rainbow Six's term for classes.
Okay, cool.
But yeah,
dang, 100.
Yeah. But all right, but this is the conversation where we went. I booted up Dota while he was talking about this, and I was looking. I know. I'm bringing Dota into this. I know. But I was counting the Dota characters. They're well over 100.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
And then, like, yes, it's a first-person shooter versus a MOBA, but if you zoom out enough, it's just different characters with different abilities. Yeah. They all have their counters and their strengths, and they all have different stats when it comes to attacking.
When you already talked about like a banning phase and everything.
Yeah, and then right? Rainbow Six is introducing the banning phase and the that
balancing has to be a chore.
I mean, and Rainbow Six is very good about sending out updates from time to time. They usually don't try to update during the middle of a season. So that way the meta stays like that for the whole season. But I think there's like 3 or 4 seasons a year, so they put in the big balance changes as the new season begins.
I really need to try this game.
So yeah, I kind of like the approach that Dota's doing a little bit better. Now they're going to start doing that 2-week thing, and I've already felt that playing it. I've already seen some of the changes happen. But no, like, it's very possible. Because how long has Dota been out now? I mean, it's been out for at least a few years, at least Dota 2 in this way.
Yeah.
And so I mean, it's very possible for this game to get to that 10-year mark with the 100 operators, because this is one of those unique games where like the fan base kind of grows instead of declines, and it's really quite something to see. And I would say this is probably my favorite first-person shooter in the last year or so, last 2 years or so.
And what's the price range if you wanted to continue on? Like, what's the season pass cost?
Season pass usually costs $30.
Or the year pass or whatever it is.
The year pass. It usually is $30, so that gets you the new operators for the entire year. But that really is just getting you the operators and maybe access to a couple skins or discounts to buy different skins or loot crates or whatever. Loot crates are just skins; they're not impacting gameplay at all.
It's all cosmetic.
Yeah, exactly.
Because the maps are all free, right?
Yes, maps are all free, and you're gonna get those reworked maps as well this year. So that's gonna be for free as well. But those are 30, but like you don't have to play the 30. Because you can, with enough hours, you can earn enough of the in-game currency to buy one of the DLC operators. Now, you're going to be on a huge grind if you plan to get all of them. But if, the new season comes out and there's only one of the 2 operators that you like, you can easily play enough hours, grind it out enough, where you just get to a new character. Yeah, so I mean, I don't have all the DLC characters either. There's a few that I think are useless in my opinion, or I would not be good with. So I only pick and choose the ones I really want. Okay. And then to get into it now, they changed the things up a bit. The standard edition, I think, went up in price, as well as the starter edition. But they changed the way that is now. The standard edition has all the all the original operators from the start, instead of you having to unlock them like you did originally when the first game released. And the starter edition, instead of getting 4 operators, I think you get somewhere between 6 and 8, depending if you want to choose a DLC character first or the original operators.
Not bad. And then they're adding an outbreak mode?
Yes. The outbreak mode, that's coming, I think, the beginning of March. I don't remember the exact date. I don't know if you know it, Marc. I don't know if you saw it in an article or not.
I will have it in 2 seconds.
I'm not sure if they were specific.
March.
Would it be like a 3rd?
So I know there's a date. On it.
Was it March 3rd?
No. And I know, I think the test servers, I think you can play it if you have Ubisoft permission, because I saw a couple videos of some different streamers playing it. So, but they were all Ubisoft sponsored.
Test servers on February 20th, and then March 6th through April 3rd for everyone.
Okay, that's where the 3rd came in. April.
So that's there. It's like an objective-based thing with aliens instead of zombies. But with the aliens, they're doing it class-based, kind of like Left 4 Dead. Like there's one that does something, and there's like your grunts, and there's like a tank one as well. So yeah, they put a little bit of work into that.
It's very interesting.
It looks hard. For the 30 minutes I saw a streamer playing it, not like actual like trailer gameplay. It looked tough. There's a lot of enemies coming onto the screen at once. Big waves coming.
Do you just have to hold out in like a little.
I think there's different objectives now. Like the one I was watching them do, like they had to plant 3 bombs to like kill something that was bringing them into this place. The final to win, you just had to keep one of them alive, and they ended up only being able to keep one of them alive because it was just that overwhelming on some of the sites.
Wow.
So, and I'm excited for it. They need something from just a regular terrorist hunt. So that's going to be a fun little mix up.
Can you get like in capped and somebody can like res you or pick you back up or whatever?
Yes, there is there's a down state and then your done state.
While you're down, can you move or fight?
You can't fight. You can move. However, there is a mechanic with that. If you move, you die quicker.
Okay.
If you stay still, you can hold in, I think it's F, to like you can put your hand like over top your gunshot wound and stop your bleeding, and it slows down the timer.
So it gives you more time for your friend to come get you.
Correct.
Or whatever.
That's cool.
Huh. Is there like an operator that's just like purely based on like medic stuff? Like
Medic.
a healer?
Medic.
Medic.
That's my main.
Is it?
That's my main.
It is.
No, but he's not just for the reviving too. He can heal as well. He'll give you a 40 health boost, and you can health boost yourself. So if you're at 100%, you're about to go into a gunfight, you know it's coming. You can boost yourself to 140, giving you a health edge over top the person you're about to gunfight against.
Is there an operator who likes arson?
Kabatao. He has a crossbow that can ignite like a...
There's a crossbow?
Yeah.
It's
It's not like a cross... It's not like you're not using it to like headshot someone, but you can definitely clear out an area with some fire if you wanted to.
Is there like a flamethrower in a game?
No flamethrower.
Is there napalm?
There no napalm, just
Molotov?
frags.
Incendiary grenades?
No fire grenades of any type. No incendiary or Molotovs.
I want to be that fire starter.
Dude,
One day, dude. They got 70 more to go.
Yeah.
You got time.
Still cool though.
In a continuing week of Matt news, Rocket League DLC is getting even more better for guys like me. DC superheroes getting added into the mix a little bit more than they already are. You're getting...
Wasn't one of them announced before?
So the Batman v Superman car is already in the game.
Yes.
However, we're bringing 2 new Batmobiles to the...
I thought the Dark Knight one was already a part of this.
Yeah, so you're getting the Tumbler from the Dark Knight.
Dark Knight
And
Rises.
you are getting the true Batmobile.
Yeah.
Michael Keaton's Batmobile from the Tim Burton movies.
The funny hot dog nose.
Which I just rewatched, by the way.
The nipple.
Yeah.
The 1989 one totally holds up.
Oh, yeah.
So
Totally.
My brother has...
No, I'm just saying, for the listeners that are doubting
Yeah.
rewatching that, you should give that a rewatch.
Dude,
They're all on Netflix now, right?
I say it challenges the Nolan movies in a way.
Of course it does. Yeah.
no, like my brother, I think he found like an edited version of that movie where it's all in like black and white. Or
Okay.
he has like a setting where it can like do that, and like that film looked like it was made for like a noir type style, and he said apparently like it adds to it.
Oh, I can imagine that. Yeah. It's gonna be a cool way to
The
watch.
Joker splashing around some paint in an art museum,
Yeah.
black and white style. Yeah, I can see that.
We did get a couple other things though. March 5th, you're getting an entire roster of Justice League cars from Warner Brothers. Here they are. So we're getting the 89 Batmobile and the Dark Knight Rises Tumbler. But you're also getting an Aquaman decal and player banner, a Batman decal and player banner, a Cyborg decal and player banner, Flash Speed Force boost, Wheels decal and player banner, Green Arrow decal and player banner, Green Lantern decal and player banner, Superman decal and player banner, Wonder Woman wheels decal and player banner, and a generic DC player banner. All of this, the superhero pack, is $3.99.
That's cool.
The one thing to call out, all those decals are specific to specific cars. So you can't just go slapping a Batman symbol on any old. Can't put that on the Roadhog. You want a Roadhog decal? It's got to be Cyborg.
So that
I love that the Green Lanterns is the van.
Yeah, the Merc.
So the flash boost thing is that? Am I assuming when you like do the nitro, like the boost,
trail,
it's
the trail,
of lightning? Yeah. That's cool.
Yeah,
that's pretty creative.
Yeah, I might be. Is this coming to Switch too?
Should be coming everywhere.
These packs are on Switch.
Should be everywhere.
Isn't the DeLorean one of them too?
DeLorean's been out, yeah.
Yeah, I mean specifically like the Back to the Future one or whatever.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yep.
With the flux capacitor.
But I know you're worried. If we're talking about past DLC, I know you're very worried about that DeLorean. However.
Oh, well, also, I'm also worried about...
The film franchise of the freecheese.com, the Fast and Furious,
definitely
has multiple cars.
Oh, multiple cars.
And
I didn't know about multiple.
Oh, yeah.
I just knew about the one.
You can get the one. Not yet, but I might just put it all in the shopping cart.
What are you waiting for, sir?
Yeah,
I don't know.
Speaking of things that we're waiting for, I've yet to buy Doom on Switch, but this week it received an update that's pushing me closer and closer to picking it up. Doom... updated this week, motion controls now added for your shooting. I saw your face sour. Not fully, but it started to.
Because a comment that I saw online just like popped in my head when you said it. It was just like, it's not that great. Because like when I think motion control, I was thinking like Wii style motion control.
Oh no,
where you aim with the Joy-Con.
Oh, I wouldn't.
What they meant was like gyro.
Yes, which
like
Splatoon. But yeah, it's like Splatoon, which is exactly what I wanted.
And I saw that, and I'm like, okay, that makes more sense.
And I remember at some point on one of these here podcasts.
No, I think that's cool.
I wanted that exact thing, but yeah, you can basically still shoot like you're used to shooting, but if you need that little bump. Just turn that controller. I think that would,
especially with that game, that would help immensely. I mean, there's not many guns that require you to be like super accurate.
No, but it adds that little bit of precision.
Yeah,
that just bumps it over the edge. They also added a new party system, making it easier to group up and play with your friends in multiplayer.
Splatoon also has.
Just about to make that same joke for you.
No, I gotta steal that. I gotta steal the show.
They
set it up.
They updated the game icon for Switch. There's a
weird-ass
community of motherfuckers.
Wait, Splatoon updated?
No. He's making fun of the fact that Splatoon doesn't have multiplayer in parties.
Okay. That's what I thought. It just...
Gonna keep digging at that until they fix it.
Okay.
It's not broken. There's a weird community of people who are obsessed with which icon shows up on the home screen of the Switch. Don't know why. But this the game icon has now been updated to match the box art. A couple under the hood things that happened that weren't so flashy, but I saw some screenshots of things side by side that looked pretty cool, where the average resolution in lower res areas of the game has been increased, which sounds subtle, but I saw side by side comparisons and it makes a world of difference. I still, I'd probably play that game on something where it runs at 60 frames a second.
It feels like, so we're talking about Doom, right?
Yes.
Yeah, okay. So, I feel like with the Switch now, it's in this big, experimental phase because it's not used to, having these kind of games on it, I guess. It is, the first time for it to, you have this, Skyrim, and whatever games that are just graphically high up there, AAA budget type stuff, high-end visuals. So I feel like any game that comes out, even with the indie games that I've dealt with, aren't even that up there with graphics, but, every game I feel like it's hard to trust it day one. I feel like you have to let it cook a bit. Wait for a couple updates and then jump in and get the game.
Yeah, I think what's interesting though is going back to Rainbow Six, it now more than ever, games aren't done day one. And I think when you're buying into it now, I'm starting to look at the way I buy games a little differently because of the way the market's taught me to look at them differently, where I'm buying more into the product,
the platform,
right? Long term. It's not, all right, I'm gonna buy it, play it once, and move on, which I, in many regards still do. But I think games are shifting a bit. We're seeing it subtly. I don't quite know if that's a good thing or a bad thing, but I don't know.
Hell, because of that platform approach, there's multiple games where I purchased now twice on different platforms because I just don't know where the future is going to take me.
Yeah, it's true.
Yeah.
We also don't know where the future is going to take the co-founders of Sledgehammer Games, as they've both left the company this week.
The Infinity War thing happened like years ago, Joe.
No, hold on. Sledgehammer.
Oh, it
Games.
happened again. Got it.
Happened again, yes. The rumor popped up. Kotaku heard about it a little while ago. This comes by way of Jason Schreier, so you know it's golden.
Very true.
But then Activision followed up. Following the incredible success of Call of Duty World War II, Glenn Schofield, and Michael Condrey have decided to transition from their duties at Sledgehammer Games to new executive duties inside Activision. We thank Glenn and Michael for their tremendous body of work on Call of Duty and look forward to continuing to collaborate with them in their new roles. These changes have created an opportunity to elevate one of the key leaders at the studio, Aaron Halon, to lead Sledgehammer Games. Aaron is a founding member of Sledgehammer Games and the natural fit to lead the team. He has over 20 years of industry experience and has played an instrumental role throughout the studio's history. We congratulate Aaron and are thrilled about the future of Sledgehammer Games, which we believe has even bigger days ahead. So not quite the same kind of departure that we saw with Infinity Ward, spinning out to Respawn, making a game, selling that game to exclusive rights, and then getting bought up. But yeah, still a little different. Yeah, I don't know. I'm curious to see what happens. I'd also like to see some of these studios do something.
It was Sledgehammer that was this year, right?
Yeah, they did World War II.
My brother was actually talking about that today. They added a prop hunt mode to that game.
Interesting.
There was a free weekend on Steam with that too this weekend. It's already gone and passed. Sorry, listener, but yeah.
But my brother never experienced any kind of prop hunt game before. He was just like losing it. Like he was just laughing, just seeing like a food tray just slide across the floor and shit. I don't know.
You tell him to wait until a spring sale happens and buy Gmod for like $2.99.
Yeah, I was telling him about the Gmod stuff.
I would love to play a prop hunt like land thing. I've never played a prop hunt game either.
Oh man,
I know they're fun. Like I've seen them played for hours.
I had to do it as a virtual land.
Nice.
Oh, that's cool. Y'all remember that Dissidia game?
Try not to.
Sorry. I still want to play it, but then I don't. And I don't know what the fuck's wrong with me or anyone else.
I remember seeing ads for the mobile game, and that's getting more recognition than the console one.
I'm glad you brought that up, because we are going to bring up a headline. Dissidia Final Fantasy NT on consoles is below expectations, but the mobile Dissidia game is thriving.
I wonder how big their numbers are on the screen.
You haven't played I really think you should try the mobile one. If you need like a little Final Fantasy fix, it's good.
I have tactics, I'll be fine.
That's fair. But yeah, essentially as part of a Q&A during Square Enix's investors relations meeting. Question: it seems sales of Dissidia Final Fantasy NT are currently below target, but will you be able to make a profit on the title? Answer: initial sales have not reached the level we had first expected, but since this is a game geared toward multiplayer gaming experience, post-launch initiatives are key. We expect that repeat sales will grow by our hosting events and other initiatives going forward. Yeah.
The mobile game does look good. I never thought it looked bad. I think that like it's a traditional battle system like it's always had. The visuals look very nice. I just wish it was more original characters.
Yeah.
Than just an all-star thing.
I mean, hell's on my phone. I'm not really playing it, but it's on my phone. That's
more than you can say about
that's good word of mouth if you've ever...
I can see that being ported to PC and stuff too.
Switch.
Yeah. I don't know. It's a weird thing because I don't know that game. I remember being so excited about that game. It was like when I found out there was an arcade version of Dissidia, I was like, bring it to PS4, and they brought it to PS4, and I was like, oh, thanks guys. I feel bad, you know what I mean? But I don't know.
I've done it with
it was just you that influenced their decision.
I know, but still, like, I'm one of them, right? Like, I'm one of the reasons. Because I guarantee, like, I got into that closed beta. Not everyone did, but I got into the closed beta and then played it, saw it, and I was like, all right, cool. I'm excited to play more of this. And then it came, and I was like, oh, yeah, okay. I don't know. Sorry, guys. Yeah. Bring it to Switch. I'll play it there. Don't listen to me at all. We talked a minute ago about the Switch being a little bit of in a growing period or in a learning phase, and continuing with that in a story on Gama Sutra. Switch's success is kind of changing the way that developers port their games. This is a really, really big, deep article. A lot of different things about different interviews with different folks talking about ports and things like that to Switch. But I like this one quote in here in particular. You know that meme with the dog drinking from the sprinkler? That's me right now, says Adam Creighton, Director of Development at Panic Button. They did the Doom and Rocket League Switch ports, currently working on bringing Wolfenstein 2: The New Colossus to Switch. And he hints that that's just the tip of the iceberg. Quote, and we might have some other titles for that platform and maybe some other games for other platforms in the works. In terms of volume, I'm in this amazing place where as a studio, we get to choose how we want to grow and with whom and with what projects. My biggest challenge lately is not which projects do we pick to retarget to other platforms, but managing the other parts of our portfolio, picking the different projects that are exciting to different people in the studio, and being responsible about what I want to work on versus what is best for the studio. But yeah, Blitworks, who did big ports of Fez, Spelunky, and Bastion, says they've seen a huge spike in port work. So that means Spelunky and Fez are both coming to Switch. If Spelunky comes to Switch, I'm fucking done. That's it. I've said it since day one. If that game shows up on that fucking console, I'm done. There's no more.
No, you're not.
Dude.
The fuck you're not. You made a shirt specifically for one game.
I know that, and Region Free will forever mean Mother 3. But with Spelunky's on that fucking Switch, I don't need anything else anymore.
Region Free means Spelunky.
Oh my god.
Yeah, that's it, exactly.
New fucking shirt. I'm serious.
There's probably some fucker in Japan that's like, Region Free means Spelunky.
Yes, he gets it. He gets it. I don't know.
Man.
I've been playing a lot on my Vita lately, and I'm like, I've almost played Spelunky a lot. And
I would play Spelunky a lot if it was on Switch.
Yeah. If we could do fucking...
You know how easy it would make them just have a Mario skin for him?
Dude.
Spelunky has the nose already.
There's already a fucking mod on Steam to run around as Samus and fight Metroid. You do the... Put on the fucking... Do it. God damn it. God damn it.
Everyone's forgetting the true MVP of Nintendo here. How about Roy? I want a Roy skin.
That's true. Roy is
so
our boy.
bad on everything. Mm-hmm. How about Bayonetta? Give her a pink shell.
Even
and
like a
sunglasses.
theme for your home screen.
There's a lot of names dropped in here, though, and a lot of names who have worked on a lot of things. If you just do a quick scan of this article without even reading it, really, you can see words like Civilization or Knights of the Old Republic. It's not to say that any of this stuff is coming over, but it's the companies who work on ports of those games are all in getting a lot of work thanks to Switch's success.
I would love to play Knights of the Old Republic again, but never finish it.
Yes, I agree.
No, it's like in a way this isn't like. Yeah, it's news definitely because it's like a step from what we were talking about before when like it was first coming out.
Right.
But it just reminds me of back then. Like I think it's still the same type of feeling they still have about the Switch, where it's like tons of people were so excited to be porting games to this because apparently it's so much more accessible than it was trying to port to Wii U or the Wii, and because that was apparently an abomination for them. So that's why half those games never made it onto that.
Yeah.
It was abomination, and then from the business standpoint, it didn't make sense because the install, well, at least for the Wii U, the install base just wasn't there. It wasn't worth the time.
No, yeah. Didn't. This thing's already outsold the install base in less than a year, so it's...
Unity export?
Dude, that export button, man. It exists. I know it does.
While you think it's that easy...
It's that easy. Just hit the button.
I'm going to quote a developer here who says... I've spent a few months sitting down with a monogame C# to C++ transpiler, changing code and building over and over again before finally, and then a picture of Duck Game running on Switch.
Yes. Yes.
So another port coming to Switch. This comes by way of superjoebob.wordpress.com, the dev blog, the developer of Duck Game. And yeah, it's coming to Switch.
Dude, like saying how as much fun as we had with Ninja Showdown.
Yeah,
you're gonna love.
I was just
Duck
about
Game.
to ask. Is
Gonna
that's
love
the game
Duck
you're talking
Game.
about, right?
Yes.
Cool.
yeah. No, I'm super stoked about this.
That's a Sega ass soundtrack in that game.
I'm really excited because I was gonna buy that, but now it's coming to Switch. I'm holding off, baby.
Get it for everything.
Yeah, you're right. I'm trying to do that. Do you guys ever play The Simpsons Hit and Run?
Love that game.
Barely.
This was the GTA style Simpsons game.
Mm-hmm.
Which one was like the Crazy Taxi one? That's the one I played.
Not Simpsons Wrestling, which I own.
It wasn't Simpsons Wrestling. It wasn't Hit and Run.
Was it Road Rage or?
Yes,
Road Rage.
Road Rage. Thank you.
Yes.
Jesus.
That's the one I played a lot.
Hit and Run was particularly interesting because it came out like less than a year after GTA 3, and it did a lot of the GTA 3 stuff really, really well, but set in Springfield. And now, just 37 years later, that's a rough estimate, I'm not sure if I'm right or not, you can play that game online with a multiplayer mod. So GTA Online, but Simpsons Hit and Run. Multiplayer.donutteam.com. I hope that by way of our popularity, we don't shut down their little project here by everyone flooding their servers. But yeah, you can go there, download the client, extract it to a folder, and open the executable, and then there you go. Have fun.
Wonder how many homers can fit on the screen before it crashes.
420 is my guess.
Yeah. No, it says it right here at the bottom. Yeah,
Perfect.
in the FAQ. I don't know. I think it's... Fan communities are always the best. Well, hold on.
How about that Sonic one?
Wait a second.
Show me the Sonic one.
Yeah, the Sonic Miiverse was pretty good.
The things that communities
Show me the way.
Are capable of.
can do, yes, are
The
capable.
potential.
Yes, the potential. The Super NT is because of a community who wants to see things preserved, and this community wanting to see the preservation of Simpsons Hit and Run and do something cool with it is fucking dope. But no community is
that a dope with a silent H?
I quit.
You're welcome.
I was going to segue into some Warcraft 3 stuff, but instead I will say I was going to segue into some Warcraft 3 stuff, and we will talk about Warcraft 3. Warcraft 3 tournament is happening to the 16-year-old game. Warcraft 3 tournament is an open invitation. February 27th and 28th. That's like soon.
This game never had a tournament before?
I don't know. There's a tournament happening between a bunch of major players. You can watch on Twitch. Yeah. But along that, there's a big old list of changes coming to the game's public test realm. And I believe those changes are going to roll. They're going to be part of this tournament and then roll out effective immediately after on the test server. A lot of balance tweaks, map pool changes, but it will double the number of people who can participate in custom games from 12 to 24. Widescreen support. That's right, 16:9. Sup. And a lot of changes and improvements to the in-game editor, allowing players to create custom maps and games. They've always been able to do that, but now you can. They're adding a lot more changes, which are all detailed over on Battle.net. You can really, if you want to, there's a whole.
This is an RTS, right?
Correct. They've changed the object limit. They've increased it to 30,000. Map size limit increased to 480 by 480. Tile set limit increased to 16. And so on, so on, so on, so on, so on.
So you can mod this game.
You could mod this game. And not only could you mod this game, You could mod this game from Warcraft 3 to Dota 3.
Yeah.
If you wanted to.
That's where I was going.
Yeah, I don't know why anybody would want to. But yeah. Warcraft 3 is what inevitably spawned Defenders of the Ancients. And then Dota 2, and there you go.
I'll show you Defender.
Is it Defender or Defense?
Defense of the Ancients.
Sorry.
Huh.
What did I say?
Defenders.
Defenders makes more sense,
Blaze it.
in my opinion.
Yeah, but
because you play as a bunch of defenders, right?
You play as a bunch of defenders, but the towers are also defending as well.
Whatever, both same thing.
Yeah, that's what I felt
You
too.
got those mid lane towers, and you got the off lane towers, and then if you put a sniper in the mid lane and a razor on the off lane, and you have a good defense strategy. That's how that works. A defense is strategy.
If your defense fails, who are you going to call?
Ghost Busters.
Very correct. You remember Pokemon Go?
Try not to.
I know. What if I told you?
I'm sorry. I mean, it was a
Yeah,
fun
no, it
month.
was fine. If anything, it's actually better now than when it
Probably.
first started.
What if I told you that you could do the same thing but with ghosts?
Sign me up for like a week.
Yeah,
Trap.
I agree. Yeah.
Throw your phone down. No.
Ghostbusters World, the official name of the AR mobile game, coming to your phone one day. No release date at all. But
It was a teaser trailer.
yes.
They didn't show much,
No.
but they showed your phone as a trap,
yeah,
which was weird.
It's probably just something you just slide out.
I don't know if the phone's going to actually be used as a trap because
No.
it's an AR game, which Pokemon Go did.
Which, yeah. I'm assuming that this game will be something like that you need multiple people to help you in this. I feel like it's going to be more co-op based
I could see that.
to catch something.
Yeah, you need your razor, you need your sniper, you need your
Somehow
Trail
you got to
Ranger,
not.
There you go.
Enchantress.
yeah, Enchantress. All right, a little Injustice 2 here. I get it. Suicide Squad.
Maybe-
Apparently at GDC we will potentially hear some more. I don't know.
Try not to cross the streams unless you need to fight something big.
Yeah. My assumption for this is you roll it out in the summer just like you did with Pokemon.
I would play this with my
But,
brother.
I would
then,
probably look at this in the App Store and go,
Just
and
to
move on.
like try it,
I've
and
never-
then I don't know what I would do beyond that.
Now, you did, I'll tell you what, you do this with Luigi's Mansion. You let me run around as a little Ouija. You give me a custom-ass ringtone. I'm in.
I'll call Melissa McCarthy's character when it launches.
Oh.
Damn it, Matt.
I've never been huge on the Ghostbusters property. Like, I never...
Me neither. I from what I hear, the cartoon series was pretty cool.
Eh.
Which
Ecto
is
Cooler
called-
was
which
good.
is-
I do enjoy that. Like, I'm like
Called the
not
real
obsessively in love with the first movie, but I do enjoy seeing that first movie. If it's some that's on TV,
I
I
like
will
watch
watch it.
Yeah. But I'm not going to get Slimer tattooed on my thigh, you know?
No.
No, but I like the idea that this is a game that deals with ghosts.
Yeah.
And like other like spooky shit. I mean, it probably won't be that creepy, but there were some that were kind of creepy.
Well,
in
rewatch that
movie.
first film.
No, like the librarian and all that stuff.
Yeah,
Like,
exactly.
it's definitely. I'm not sure if this game will be that. I don't know how true it's going to be to the designs. I don't know if it'll update it, make it more like friendly looking or what. But
I'm sure you have your Slimer. I'm sure they'll have some of the movie stuff in there and stuff looking similar.
I'm just trying to see like how can this compete with something like Pokemon Go? Like how do you like?
It won't. There's no way. Pokemon's
Like
too
if you
big
catch
of
the
an...
ghost and then what? Is there something that could like? Oh,
I'm
you
sure
could-
there's a hook. There's ways
Yeah.
you can gamify this, but I think the sheer volume of Pokemon Go was because of its...
Now, what I don't want to see is
Nostalgia.
people like walking around like
You
the
will.
avenue in
You
uniform
fucking will, dude.
with the backpack
You
and just on there
totally will.
drinking a high C Slimer.
You
Drinks.
I will
yourself bought a sticker for your car for Pokemon Go.
My old car.
I'm just saying, the hype is there.
The hype was
Someone will buy a fucking backpack, wear a fucking brown suit, and call himself Bill Murray.
I will buy a Bluetooth speaker and just blast the Ghostbusters
Here's the
theme
thing,
on
though.
repeat while walking around.
My
I've got the
Avenue.
Ghostbusters album on vinyl.
Damn.
Yeah.
Wow, that's
My friends still
What's that?
Found
play.
it at a Goodwill.
Like my friends and my brothers, they still play it. They still have the decals.
Pokemon
on their
Go?
cars. Yeah,
Hot Chris.
they're still into it.
What's their level now?
I don't even fucking know,
69.
man. But it's
Me too. What is it?
no, like it's grown a lot apparently. But
I thought about downloading
I'm
it the other
the
day.
only one who dropped out of it out of all my friends. I was just like, no, it's not Digimon. I don't care.
Victoria
gonna-
downloaded the other day. She tried to log
I just
in.
wanted
What are
to
you
see
doing?
what was in there.
What are you doing?
Well, because the new stuff in iOS 11 with
They're now on
AR
like Gen
kit.
3.
Yeah, that's what I mean. But with ARKit too, with iOS 11, now it's a better. Because before, remember, like it would look stupid sometimes the way the Pokemon would sit. Like now, there's better plane detection. So
And there's 2 modes instead of just having the dormant, like it just stands there.
yeah.
You can have it to where it's just wild grass all around you and it pops up in certain spots.
Yeah.
It's weird, but that's only with the newer phones you can do that apparently. Because my brother was showing me that stuff. I was like, that's neat, but I'm not getting back into it.
I'm excited for his Ghostbusters thing. I'll check it out.
We'll see.
Yeah, hunting ghosts is cool.
We will see. The ghosts of our past continue to live on among us as Shenmue 3
Oh man,
Bad.
got four new screenshots this week. I really wanted to hear Ben's reactions to these.
Bad.
So EastNet released 4 new screenshots of Shenmue during the Monaco Anime Game International Conferences, or Magic, 2018. Shenmue 3 is still due out for PS4 and PC in the second half of 2018. That's it. It's just screenshots. It's just pictures.
I think I can speak for Ben and say it won't.
no, it'll come out, but it's gonna suck.
I can't
You might
even...
agree with both.
Or I don't know. It's just what happened? Like I kind of don't want them to finish this anymore.
You see what
Here's
happened was
this. I'm not making this shit up. It's live breaking news. Okay, I've got this Shenmue article, and just beside it, there's a fucking Abercrombie and Fitch ad. Advertising clothing. It's showing pictures of people smiling, wearing shitty clothes, and it says the preppy look, straight out of the 90s. And it just couldn't have gone more hand in hand with what we're looking at here.
It's just their faces. Like I don't know what's happening. They look.
I don't know.
I'm just.
I have
sad.
no stake in that game at all. So I
just feel bad for everybody who wants it.
Oh wait, hold on. That article's wrong. Saying it's gonna be published by Deep Silver. That is now a THQ game.
Oh my god, I quit. I quit.
It's gonna be exclusive to UDraw.
Oh god, yes.
I'm so happy. I just caught that.
Well, if you're happy, let me tell you this news. What are you doing moving into 2019?
Man, I'm not even done with 2018, man.
All right, well, you've got
Let
a
me
lot.
do the year first.
You got a lot still to do in 2018, and a little bit to look forward to in 2019. As Square Enix announced, Final Fantasy 15 getting 4 new DLC episodes.
Dude, I'm done. Stop.
Come on,
Stop.
come on,
Where are the 7 episodes?
come on.
Wait a minute. Is this DLC post game?
Ready?
Is this like Adult Noctis?
Who the fuck knows? You got episode Arden, episode Luna.
No, it's not. It's just other characters in the game that you're.
Yeah, I don't know.
Are you gonna go fishing with them too?
Sure.
They might as well just call this Final Fantasy 15 like Cow Edition because it's milked to death.
You know what's fucked up,
Let's just
man?
do 15.2, 15.3, 15.4.
Lightning Returns.
Whatever. Because I'm not playing this game at all.
I wish that I liked that game more because I'd have a lot of fucking content to fall in love with.
Is it free?
No. But I wouldn't care. Again, as games continue as a service.
2019. Everyone's gonna be playing Kingdom Hearts at this point. No one's gonna give a shit about
Or
this.
are they?
Right. Who knows?
They will be.
Who knows?
You can't even say they're going to be playing Shenmue 3 either.
Kingdom Hearts definitely has way more hope than any of these games that we just talked about
That's true.
within the past.
Or
5
how about
minutes.
7? The one I want.
E3. Give it time.
I am curious about that.
Me too. So the day you are hearing this, Square Enix may have another announcement. Not may, they will. Nier Automata turned 1 year old just the other day, at least per its Japanese release. And to celebrate its first anniversary, Square is going to run a continuous Nico Nico live stream from March 3rd to 4th.
That's nice.
That is about it. More details announced today as you're listening to this, but we obviously do not have our crystal balls looking into the future.
Yeah, DLC?
I feel like there's something there. They have to announce something with that.
Why do you do
right?
that, you know?
I mean, it's a nice gesture overall. You don't have to do that. But
I don't know.
Nice way to acknowledge the game.
Remember, they were ramping up hiring, I believe, for... Weren't they looking for people to do, like, multiplayer stuff or something? Am I misremembering that?
No,
They were hiring for something. I don't remember what.
Yeah, I don't know.
I don't know.
Co-op mode or something.
I would like to dive back in.
Yeah, I could do that. I could do that for sure.
I still need to dive in.
What would Nier as a game service look like? I don't need that to be
That's
games as a service.
I mean, you can keep putting that $3 2B outfits. I think I'd be happy.
All right, there you go.
More endings.
Season 2 2B costume.
All right. Let's get us to 100 2B costumes in 10 years.
There we go.
Perfect.
And then don't forget A2.
Yeah, well, yeah, I mean, no one could ever forget A2. Man, that's a good ass game.
Best character in that game.
Yo, bring Nier to Switch. That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. Well, we're going to wrap up this podcast with one more news story. We talked a lot about games as a service, but no one knows games as a service better than Service Games, or as you might know them, Sega.
Oh.
Sega of America and Paramount Pictures made a tremendous announcement.
Not really.
No, really.
Not really.
Hold still. Wait, Mark, let me fill you in. You must not have heard the news.
Oh, no?
If you're underwhelmed, hold please.
Okay.
So, what if I told you that producer Neil H. Moritz from Original Film, in charge of the Fast and Furious series. Director Jeff Fowler of Blur Studio, who you might remember from all those dope-ass cutscenes in everything ever. Also, who got nominated for the Academy Award for the 2005 Best Animated Short Film, Gopher Broke. Yeah, it's a Marc pun if I've ever heard one. What about executive producer Tim Miller, the director of the Marvel Fox feature Deadpool, and the owner of animation and CG production company Blur Studio? That's right, Blur. They're all making a Sonic the Hedgehog movie.
This is like the 5th time I've heard about a Sonic movie.
No, but this one's real. Listen.
No, it's all been the same project. It's just been handed off by different people.
But this time, there's people talking about it. Haruki Satomi of Sega Holdings, is Sega Holdings chairman and CEO, says, I am very honored that our companies Sega and Marza have this incredible opportunity to partner with Paramount Pictures for this production, which will bring Sonic to the big screen for the first time. Since he was first introduced to the world 26 years ago, Sonic has continued to grow in popularity as part of our core strategy to focus on video games. In addition to video games, this provides Sega with a fantastic opportunity to share Sonic with everyone, and we can't wait to reveal more to eager audiences in the future.
Remember that creepy poster I showed you?
Yes. Give me that.
Yeah, I think that was still Paramount.
Maybe.
I don't know. I guarantee you somebody from all those names you listed will drop out before that movie's out.
I don't know, man.
It happens. People are like, yeah, this is happening. And then a couple months later, nope, sorry, creative differences, leaving.
We'll find out. November 19th, 2019, premiering in the United States. The film will feature both live action and CG animation elements, being produced by Marza Animation Planet, a company owned by Sega. And then, they're pulling in...
if it's up to quality of, like, the Sonic Unleashed intro, that could be good.
I don't know.
But I probably won't be. What the... Is that Snapchat?
This is an actual Snapchat filter I found.
Wow.
It is the what was the VR chat
The VR chat Knuckles?
Yeah.
Yep.
Knuckles meme.
This is a real thing. This is a Snapchat photo I just took at your table.
Well, then you should hear this. Wait, I forgot it. I lost it.
Do you think they'll throw in that meme into the movie? You think it'll be
God, I hope
There's no way.
I hope
There's
so.
no-
If they do that, I'm in.
It will be the subtlest of ways that they'll drop it in, and Knuckles will be like, "Follow me, I know the way," and they'll be like,
Yes.
"Oh, he said it! Oh!
Yes. I would pay $13 to see it in like an IMAX 3D theater to witness that in person.
You get dumb 3D glasses that are rings for lenses
Last thing on this.
or
This-
Robotniks.
The one thing I do find interesting is this is described as an important next step in the expansion of the Sonic the Hedgehog IP. Whatever you take from that.
Show me the way.
Oh
My God.
I'm really worried about Sega lately.
Yeah, they're fine.
I'm concerned.
They're floating.
I don't know. Between Sonic Forces and then coming up to this, I'm just worried.
Apparently Sonic Forces still sold well, despite,
Because that money, that was from money of curious people, not people who were looking forward to it.
Right, because I was
And
looking
people
forward
on the
to
high
it,
of Mania. Like, you can't forget Mania
And
was good.
People with Tumblr accounts.
We can't fucking draw this shit back up again because I'm depressed. Now I'm binging Sonic Forces and I'm upset.
There's a whole Did You Know Gaming video just came out on it.
Damn it. It just sucks because it was meant to be good. Sonic Generations was so good, and then Sonic Mania was so good. This was going to be...
Was Sonic Generations that
I was
good?
going to say, go back and watch some of his Let's Plays.
Did we not have a bad time with that?
I mean, maybe, but...
I feel like people are rose tinning
The
shit out of
first
that
time
game.
I played Sonic Generations, it was great. The time you and I revisited, maybe not. But I imagined they were going to learn from the mistakes of the past, bring it into 2017 with a bang. Fuck.
Sonic's in Pac-Man.
Yeah, I saw that.
Pac-Man's in Sonic.
I almost re-downloaded that.
I
The Pac-Man thing.
I can't.
Just an update on my news from last week with that for everyone.
Oh, yeah.
So
Yeah.
Fair should tie that.
That's true.
Not.
I can't do it. I don't know.
Sega.
Sega. Indeed. I don't know, man. We'll see.
That'll be fine.
Yeah.
Movie won't, but the company's fine.
Sure. That's going to do it for your news, and that's going to do it for your podcast. Not bad. A lean episode.
No, it's not.
Yeah.
One day.
Hey, we were under, man. We were under.
It was the food. It was the Stofers.
No, Stouffer's
It was the
Stouffer's went by
Stouffer's.
pretty quickly. It really wasn't that long. No, we spent more time meandering around some other random shit. Because we kind of,
Maybe.
we peppered in a lot this episode. You know?
Yeah.
We really, if you look at it, we did a lot of peppering. We had a lot of pepper.
Like that Stouffer's lasagna?
God. That's, all right. So I got to ask a question. I can't fucking do it. I can't because it's too late tonight. If I go get that goddamn lasagna right now,
you're eating at midnight.
Right, I can't do that. I should have, if I were going to do it, I should have done it right when I left work, got it, popped it in the oven, could have dismissed myself mid-podcast, let it out. By the time, fuck. I got to travel back in time. Shit.
We should just eat before we record from now on.
Yeah, but she's out of town. I ate an apple. I figured maybe fine.
That's filling.
Yeah.
Go to Applebee's. They have that Stouffer's money now.
Nah.
Well, they've had it,
Yeah.
but now they have it because I just found out.
That's why they're
about it.
successful now.
Yeah, it's true.
Now, at this very moment, they became successful because I found the news.
You go to Applebee's and then you just they say thank you and you're like no thank you Stofers and you leave. That's how.
Oh
you
my
greet.
God! Could you imagine the waiter's face when he said, "Let's thank Stouffer's for this opportunity"?
Bow your heads.
If we said that at the...
Press F to pay respects to Stouffer's.
You can press F to follow us on Twitter. The Free Cheese is at Some Free Cheese. Matt is at MattyIce131. Mark is at _mental. God. I am at The
Sorry.
Free Cheese. No, you're good. I'm at the end of time. The end of days. TheFreeCheese.com is the website where we post this podcast and other stuff. That's it. That's a show.
Next week, we'll be coming from the hotel that Stouffer's once had.
Yeah, we'll be down in
Fort
Florida.
Lauderdale.
Yep, we'll be down there hanging out in the what is it?
Anacorn.
Anaconda,
I
Anacopria.
think Cantry is a
Anacornicova.
city in Italy.
Sure, Anacotri, Anacopoli, Nicholas Coppola.
Sorry, you said Anaconda, and I started thinking about Owen Wilson and the whole thing about the thousands of people trying to say "wow" at one time.
That's
Which
good. Where's that happening?
I don't know, but I want to go. Really,
Matt's
really
house.
bad.
Specifically
Man.
his room.
Hey, can I get an real quick before we say goodbye? Can I get an on-air commitment to a little bit of salmon run this week?
I was gonna play. I got booked.
I know.
I will.
I'll play. I mean,
Okay.
if
That's the mode I actually like. So
Dab. All right, cool.
I haven't played more Splatoon all the time.
Yeah, man.
beat serial cleaner
Sounds good. Ooh.
for now.
No, I'm excited. My Switch has been upstairs in the office, and I kept forgetting to move it. No, it had juice, but I just left it in the office, and I kept grabbing the Vita to play Downwell.
I have to order Joy-Cons before you do that though. Oh, no, Pro Controller.
Yeah,
Never mind.
yeah.
Dock it, Pro.
Pop that boy in the dock. Here it
And
is.
then we voice chat natively.
Discord?
We can voice chat through the fucking Jesus. All right, that's the Free Cheese episode 237. We'll see you next week. Thank you, Mark. Thank you, Matt. Thank you, listener, for listening. We'll see you.
Adios.
What's the
Fort Lauderdale next week.
yes?
Best
That's the
part
one.
of waking up is
So first.
Ew. Let me get a couple lasagna. Hey, barkeep. Let me get a couple lasagna.